Hello. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me see here. I'm sorry. Give me just a second, guys. I'm having some definite issues going on here. No, it's not a new logo. I couldn't get OBS to work. It kept buffering and it was saying I had a poor connection. So I'm sorry, you guys are gonna have to see this little logo here for now because I'm actually doing it through StreamYard. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I apologize. Welcome, happy Sunday to everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm not sure if you guys have plans or anything, but yeah, this is what I am doing right now. I'm technically trying to figure this thing out. So, but I'm hope it's clear and it's not buffering. So, I hope for everybody's sake. I hope. Yes, it does look like that, doesn't it? So, let's see here real quick. I'm still waiting on my co-host. So give me just a minute. I actually just got off the phone with her. I think that she is on her way home. So we will get to her in just a minute. But I guess while I'm waiting, give me just a second. While I do some things here. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me still? Okay, good. All right, let me go ahead and do roll call. So we can start with that. Jay Shipes, Matt Dumit, Celine Driver. Welcome, Celine. Brad Pitt. Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Nick DTV, Stingray, Robert, Vic2 Productions. Hopefully, we'll have a few more people kind of come in. If they've got the notification bell turned on and whatnot. So, well, welcome everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Sorry about not having a show last week. My intention was to actually do a show on Wednesday, but realized that there was a bunch of games going on and people were going to be streaming. So I just figured probably not going to compete with that and, just not have a show. I wasn't planning on having one today either, but then I realized too, after discussing it with Lou, that there are no games on today. So I figured might as well have one. Give people something to tune into since there aren't any games going on today. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Matt Dumit says, went and seen the Iron Claw, great movie. Yes, my kids actually went and saw that, and they said it was very sad. My daughter said she cried a lot. She cried a lot. So, so there's that. So couple of things we're going to be discussing today, I think. But first things first, as you all know, Georgia game was last night, and they put a whooping on FSU, 60 points. I think it was 63-3 at the end, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, come on now, Uncle Lou. It's based on a true story from what I've been told. So, but yeah, I've been told that it was a really good movie. So, um, yeah. Anyway, so back to the Georgia FSU game. Yeah, so that was a brutal beatdown. Yes, Celine, it is. It is about the Von Erichs. But again, I was told that it was a really good movie and it's really sad. So I don't even know if I want to watch it if it's really sad. I don't want to watch a sad movie right now. Yeah, that it is a sad story. You're right. So, okay. Well, if you guys haven't done so, if you could make sure that you're hitting the thumbs up, please. I'd really appreciate that. It's free and yeah, it helps me out. It helps the channel out, and again, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you notice in the description of this video and every video, there is a link to my PayPal and Cash App. As Celine Drive would say, never expected, but always appreciated. If you would like to help support me and the channel, you can do so by doing it that way. I will also pin it to the chat as well for those. Well, actually, it's not in the description of the video because I'm doing it through StreamYard, so I apologize. So I'll just type it in the chat and yeah, and then we can go from there. I am. I'm very much so enjoying it. It's more of like a fancier watch though, so it's not something that I wear every day, but I am enjoying it. For those of you that don't know, I got a beautiful watch from Lou for Christmas, and it's a Tissot. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's yeah, it's very lovely, and I love it. It's very small and dainty, which is what I'm more used. Well, I guess I'm used to like the big bulky watches because I've been wearing them for a long time. But yeah, I mean, this one's definitely more of a dressier watch. That is the correct pronunciation. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's definitely one of my new favorite pieces of jewelry. Um, is that Tissot watch. So it's funny because like he was actually said that he was trying to look for one for himself too, but he couldn't find one that he liked. So yeah, a dress watch. Is that the proper way to say it too? Dress watch. Yeah. So all right. Give me just a second. Mm, PayPal. Oh, I don't even know what motto to sell. I think I might still have the box around here somewhere. Um, but I'm not exactly sure what model it is. Celine, do you happen to know? I sent you a picture of it. Tailgate meal tomorrow. I am not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm gonna be spending the majority of the day taking down my Christmas decorations, like my tree and stuff like that. So, um, I mean, from what I know, I think that Lou is going to be streaming all day from. I think the first games maybe start at noon. I'm not sure, but I know he's going to be streaming all day. I mean, I may take some time out of the day to head over there and hang out and watch some games. Oh, you're doing steaks tonight? Let the big dog eat? Oh, that does sound good. I think Lou had steaks he made steaks yesterday, so but I worked all day at the salon. So I wasn't able to get any steak yesterday. It was a very busy day for me yesterday. People trying to get their hair did before the new year. Before the new year. So there's that. Are you asking me, Robert, who I have in the playoff games tomorrow? I don't even I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know who's playing tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know who's playing tomorrow. Is Alabama and Michigan playing tomorrow? Oh, they don't play until 5? Wow. Yeah, I may go over and watch that game then. Yes, JR, I know. I just realized this too because I've been seeing a lot of people post on Facebook about today. Today being 123 123 for those of you that didn't know. I wonder if that's like a bad omen or something like that. 123 123. Well, I mean, I haven't had a bad year though. I mean, it's been a pretty good year. I'm expecting 2024 to be a much better year. I'm thinking there's a lot of things that are going to be happening next year. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what 2024 holds for me. But I mean, 2023 was a good year. It was a very good year. I'm only expecting it to get better. So, well, that's the attitude to have, Celine. What is 2024 going to? Why is 2024 going to be stressful? I think it's going to be fun. Me too. I agree. I think it's going to be fun. There's a lot of things happening. I mean, not just in my personal life, but a lot of things for the community that's happening. So, oh, school. You're still in school, Robert? Oh, wow. Care to elaborate on that? Care to elaborate on that? Or we'll just have to wait and see and be surprised. Is that Oh, you're in 10th grade. Wow. Oh, so you're a youngin. You're a youngin. I have one that's going to be a senior next year and well, for the next school year. He's currently a junior and then I have a 8th grader who's going to be a ninth grader next year. So I'll have two in high school next year. This will be the last time they're in school together too. So this should be fun. Oh, well, congratulations to your kid. My kid is starting her master's program on the 8th, next step in her life. Very proud of her. Yeah, you should be. That's yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Master's degree. How long is that going to take? Is that like another 4 years? 2 years. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have actually been contemplating whether or not I actually want to and go back to school myself to get my esthetician license. For those of you that don't know, an esthetician is like a skin person. So yeah, I've been debating whether or not I want to do that, go back to school to be an esthetician. But I was hoping that this whole school loan thing would get taken care of, so that way I could go back to school without having to worry about to pay off my first student loan. But of course, that fell through. I just spilled some Maker's Mark on you. Yeah. It's a little too early for party fouls. Well, I mean, you're a father, so if you didn't worry, it'd be it'd be different. So, but the fact that you worry about her, I mean, just, that's you're always going to worry about your kids no matter how old they are. Welcome, Alan A. I don't know, Robert. I mean, that's a great question, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're already making excuses. Wow, that would probably be the reason why you're making party fouls then, since you've been drinking since noon. So, my oldest son, bought a couple of bottles of sparkling cider for my kids later tonight. So yeah, I think they're going to be popping some sparkling cider when the clock strikes down to midnight. And then again, if you're just now tuning in, the plan for me tomorrow is going to be taking down all my Christmas decorations tomorrow. Which I say Christmas decorations, but really the only thing that I have up is a tree. So that's all going to be coming down tomorrow. I'm sure you did, Celine. I'm sure you did. Welcome, Brian Gentry. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. What plans does everybody have for tomorrow? I mean, I know how to use OBS, but for some reason it just was not working. And then it crashed and then I restarted it, but then it was still having the same issue. So I just said, fuck it. I'll just stream from StreamYard because I was watching from my phone and yeah, it just kept buffering and it kept saying that there was poor connection. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I don't know if it's my internet or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, last week, or not last week, but the week before when I did my stream, it worked fine. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I don't know if maybe OBS, I need to update OBS or what, but yeah, I'm just not exactly sure. So it's not, I mean, I don't think it's an error issue on my part. So, and I haven't touched anything or done anything or pressed any buttons like Lou likes to say I do. I literally just sat in front of my computer, got ready to set the show up and everything, and went live. And I mean, immediately as soon as I went live, it said that there was a poor connection, and then it crashed, and then I restarted it, and it still wasn't working. So I just said, forget it. I'll just go live from StreamYard. Welcome, P Digits. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. So, does anybody have any New Year's resolutions? I decided a long time ago that I'm gonna stop making New Year's resolutions because I never follow them. So I haven't really made any this year. I know one of them that really needs to happen. That's probably not going to happen, and I make the same resolution every year, and it never happens. So I'm just not going to make any resolutions this year. Start my 2024 watch hunt. I wouldn't expect anything less of you. I wouldn't expect anything less of you. B digits. I'm going to try and like people a little bit more. Yeah. That would be nice. You like me though. I mean, I would assume you like me since you're over here. Robert says his New Year's resolution is to make better grades for second semester than my first semester. That's probably a pretty good resolution. Thanks for the little tidbit, Vic, too, but I don't think I'm gonna be watching Lord of the Rings tonight. Oh, there you go, Nick. There you go, Nick. Nick says I'm gonna try and get laid as much as possible. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's a pretty good resolution to have. Celine Driver says, I resolved to buy at least one of my Grail watches in 2024, either a Breitling Navatamir Pan Am or an Omega Speedmaster Moon to Mars. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know what a Breitling looks like, but I'm not exactly sure what these and this Pan Am one, that just reminds me of the Hunger Games. Thank you, Kinetic. I appreciate that. I'm assuming you're a new subscriber. Yeah, if you guys don't know, so I got a huge boost last night because we were on. I was on the live stream, Lou's live stream of the Georgia Florida State game, and he sometimes he likes to take a little break, and I like to entertain. He lets me entertain the comment section while he does that, and yeah, like I literally gained like 100 subs last night, and I think I'm like 42 away from like getting to 500. So I mean that's great. I really appreciate it, guys. I mean it's really great. Oh, I got 460, so I'm 40 away from 500. So yeah, so not too far, not too far, not too far. But yes, it's Georgia Metalhead, welcome. I think you might be a new subscriber as well. I appreciate you tuning in. He said, my New Year's resolution is to get drunk and fight the race of imaginary goblin hybrids that live under my front porch. Let me know how that goes for you. That sounds like a massive take on, but yeah, definitely let me know how that goes for you. But you obviously have 365 days to tackle that. So I have faith that you'll be able to get it done. Definitely have faith that you'll be able to get it done. Yeah, so I'm told too as well that if I'm able to get to 500 subs, that I will actually get a super chat function. So that'll be interesting. That will definitely be interesting. I think you can too. You just if that's your profile picture, if your little if that's you in your little profile picture, or what do they call it, little thumbnail picture, then yeah, I think you will definitely be able to take them on. I know, I'm only 40 away, Alan. You're right. Hey, log in all your troll accounts, Alan, and get me there. Get me there. I know you probably have more than 40. Yeah. So yeah, any help you can give me, Alan, would be great. Would absolutely be great. I'm not joking. It's not a joke, Alan. I need you to log in all your accounts. There was nothing ugly about it. It was just yeah, I mean, it was just a complete and dominant takeover, like an ass whooping of epic proportions. Ass whooping of epic proportions. That's exactly what it was. I can't verify that, Jay, because I don't think I ever really saw the inside of her tackle box. So, uh, thanks, Celine. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, so I can't verify whether or not it is disorganized as that. Happy New Year to you too. Tell your mother I said the same. So good question, Kinetic. I actually was kind of it really wasn't my idea. I there Well, I was co-hosting a show with my co-host, who co-hosts the show with me now, Tiger Cat. She actually has a channel, and her and I actually started a show on her channel. Was it last year or the year before last? I think so. And her and I co-hosted that show, and then that kind of fell through. And I had been talking about possibly maybe just doing my own show. And yeah, I guess Uncle Lou is really the person that kind of pushed me to do it. So here I am, and I mean, props to him. I mean, he set up everything. Like he did my whole setup here at my house in order for me to be able to do a show. Um, and I mean, honestly, he's really to he deserves props as well to getting me to as many subscribers as that I have now too. Because most of you people, some of these people I've actually met in person, so they kind of know who I am. But for some of you new subscribers, you guys know me from being on his some of his streams and stuff like that. So I mean, I definitely appreciate you guys subscribing and kind of tuning in. This is not like a normal, like football show, so I apologize because I'm not very knowledgeable in that. Um, I mean, I know a few things here and there. My co-host, she knows a little bit more than I do, but we're both kind of on the same boat. And I really just started this channel just for, like bullshit. I mean, like her and I come on here and we basically just we talk about anything and everything. And maybe there's a little bit of football, but now that it's coming towards the end of it, end of the season, it'll be just more kind of bullshit talk. So good morning, Raj. How are you? Roll Tide 99, thank you for tuning in. So there is the history of my channel. I think I want to say that my 1 year anniversary is supposed to be coming up for this channel too. I can't remember when I started. I keep saying that I'm going to go back and look at the date of the very first episode very first live stream, and I am going to do that. I'm going to do that and figure it out. Happy New Year to you, Ken Dog 115. Appreciate you tuning in. For those that are just coming into, make sure that you're hitting the like button. I know this is not normally how I stream, but I was having an issue with OBS, so I just decided to go to stream through StreamYard. And I am still currently waiting on my co-host to come on here. So I'm gonna give her another like 5 minutes, and if she's not on here, then I'll get some of you guys to come on, and we can just talk about whatever you want to. I know she worked today too, so um, that's a great question. So it's really hard for me to like pinpoint exactly what kind of music I like because I listen to all types of music. Really, the only thing that I don't listen to a lot of is like rap and like heavy metal. Like I'm not really too much into like heavy metal. I'm really so I was born. I'm like a '90s baby, so I'm really into like like alternative rock, I guess. I think that's the proper way to say it. But like I like a lot of Nirvana. I like Smashing Pumpkins. Like the '80s and '90s hair bands. Like Bon Jovi. So yeah, I like metal, just not like severe heavy metal. Yeah. I was born in the 70s. I was trying to reference that I like 90s music. Yes, I know. I was born in the 70s. Well, late 70s. 79 is when I was born. But yes, I mean I as far as genre of music, I'm no, I'm not too much of a Nickelback fan. But as far as genre of music, yes, I like the early 90s, like, 80s, 90s genre of music is what I was trying to say. Was what I was trying to say. But I mean, I grew up too. Like my dad was like really into like like the Beatles and like the Mamas and the Papas and like Johnny Cash. So I listen to all that kind of stuff too. Raj says, watch Rewind the 90s on Nat Geo. Not too bad. Oh, is that national? Is that supposed to be National Geographic? I do like the Backstreet Boys Rat Dog. Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Yes. Yes. New Kids on the Block. Yes. Those eight, yeah, those boy bands. I like those. Kinetic says, yes, please don't talk college football. I'm a South Carolina and Pitt in grad school there now fan and can't take any more pain. Oh, well, yeah, I severely, severely apologize for that. Oh, man. Well, you would actually be the second Pitt fan that I know too. There's another one that's on here. I think what is his YouTube name? But I know that he's a Pitt fan as well too. He never shows up over here, but on my show. But I know that I've seen him on other people's channels and stuff too. Thank you, Alan A. Talk is Pitt. That's him. Yes. Yeah, yeah. There's another one in this particular community. Another Pitt fan. His YouTube name is Talk is Pitt. So I'm not sure if you've seen him in other people's streams, but yeah, that's his screen name. Talk is Pitt. So, and I think he actually doesn't he live in Pittsburgh or not Pittsburgh? I'm sorry. Doesn't he? Yeah, doesn't he actually live in that area? Like, but he's been a Pitt fan. I think for most of his life too. I think. Yeah, you're not alone. You're not alone, Kinetic. Yes, 63-3. You're right. You are right. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get my Cash App and PayPal in here. All right, there we go. I was able to find what my thing. Let me pin this comment up here. There we go. And then my Cash App is $ Battle Angel 1989. Sorry, 1979 actually. Let me remove that one. Can't get my thumbs working right. Are you asking me if I'm going to be doing more streams? I mean, I'm gonna try and keep up with my regular Sunday 5 o'clock stream. Yes, but I mean, when my kids are in school, it's really hard for me to do anything during the week. Because I also work. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I plan on keeping up with my Sunday stream. Isn't that right?
Hello, my darling. Are we on StreamYard or on OBS?
Yes, we are on StreamYard.
Hello, chat room. Let me see if I can see comments. Oh, I can. I can see some. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone in the chat room. This is the first time that I could see people in your chat room.
I know. I'm telling you. And then look, I tried to text Lou, and like I sent him a picture of like what exactly OBS was doing and what error message it kept giving me, and he texted me back. He was like, I don't know. I was like, well, thanks for the help, And then I actually
I
tried
don't
to
like
call him too.
OBS.
Well, that's the thing. I've never really had issues with it before, but for the
See,
last
I
couple of
think you
times.
did. You don't remember?
Well,
Hey,
that's
let
what I
the
was,
big dog eat.
Well, I was just about to say, I mean, the last couple of weeks, like it's been really the last 3 weeks. Now, the one that I did not last week, but the week before, I didn't have any issues with it. But the last 2 weeks, yes, I keep getting the same error message talking about how my connection is really poor, and like OBS is streaming at 1 KB, and I don't, it's really weird. So I don't know if I need to update OBS or whatever, but until these last couple of weeks I've never really had an issue with OBS.
See, the thing is, and hey, Rack Dog. Okay, now I'm not gonna live the chat anymore so I can talk. 'Cause y'all know how I am.
Mhm.
Um, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the OBS thing. See, I've been wanting to do for a long time. I thought I want to do OBS because it looks like it's real professional, right? When Pete and
Mhm.
Lou would do it, I'm like, I wish I
Mhm.
could do that. And then when you were doing it for this, I was like, that's cool. But then I remember sometimes on Pete or even Lou's shows, but more not so much anymore. But I remember especially before, it
Mhm.
seemed to do it a lot more where it would just crash, right? And it seems like I've rarely ever seen StreamYard crash, but I've always wanted to do OBS because I think you can do a lot more with it, and it looks more professional, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like I think I remember I heard Lou talking about it on maybe one of his shows or something like that, about how OBS is really simple to use once you learn how to use it, and I would like to think that I picked up on how to use it very very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a very visual person too. So like, I
Mhm.
mean, he literally had to like we literally had to sit in front of the computer and like he had to show me exactly how to use it. So, and that might be the same thing with him. I mean, he tells me he doesn't know what's going on because he's not here to actually help me figure out what's going on. But I mean, it's the same error message that I get every time like setting up the show is I have no problems or issues setting up the show. I do everything that I was taught how to do, and it's like I'm not changing anything in as far as the settings or anything in OBS when I'm setting up the show. It's right when I get ready to go live. As soon as I hit go live or like start streaming, um, this error message pops up on the YouTube side of it that says something about like there's a poor connection on my part, and then I notice it like it'll start buffering and stuff like that because I watch it on my phone as well too.
You know what I
um
honestly think it is? I think because you're running 2 programs and your internet, like, isn't as I think Lou has better internet, right? You said?
oh yeah, he's got way better internet
Yeah,
than I do.
and if you have the kind like, I don't know, Rick has that fiber touch, what do they call that? Fiber optic stuff?
Oh yeah, the fiber
It
optic, yeah,
that probably
yeah.
never it probably would never crash then. I didn't know if OBS was just glitchy, but I think for you, it's probably more has to do with your bandwidth, and then you have kids that are playing games probably,
That's true.
or on the
You're probably Yeah,
computer.
that's true. That's true.
So, the fact that you can do it at all is amazing.
Right, right, right.
Can't
So
do much
yeah.
camp I'm in the condo right now, though.
Oh, you are? How
Yeah.
was work?
Girl, oh my god.
Were y'all busy?
Well, we're busy, but you see so many crazy things in a dispensary, okay? And I guess I could tell this story because it's not really a HIPAA thing, it's just a thing I saw that happened to me. So
Yes,
oh, well,
tell us the
actually
story.
actually, I'm gonna tell you another story, and then it's gonna segue into this one. A
Okay.
couple of days ago, there was a guy who came in and I helped him out, and I really he was a second time customer, right? And I
Mhm.
really explained more about the terpenes and what's good for what ails him basically, right? And
Mhm.
he's like, "Oh, this is so awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to explain this. Last time it was just too busy, and I think I just didn't get enough time," like kinda that kinda thing.
Mhm.
So, I thought, "What a nice guy," you know? And so we're going on and everything, and, now I don't know if I told you this before on the show or not, but they had stopped for a while, the banks stopped letting people use their debit cards, so it was cash or this thing called CanPay, which is an app for your phone, which is
Yes, you did tell
yeah.
me about that. Okay. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
we could take debit cards again, like, through a machine, but it's almost used like an ATM. It's a weird way to do it, but apparently it's letting us use debit cards again, but that just happened today. But, But up until today or yesterday, whatever it was, people would have to go to the ATM, if they didn't have enough cash or whatever. So, I help him out, I spend time with him, and he comes back and, okay, I tell him I tell him the total, and he goes and he's looking for, like, he says he's missing a $50 bill, and he's looking
Mm.
everywhere for it. He's like, "Where's the $50 bill I had up here?" A and he's going nuts looking for it, and then all of a sudden he goes, "I want the camera footage right now. There was a $50 bill up here, and I wanna find out who took it." And I mean, there's other people there, okay? There's a
Right.
girl right next to me. I said, "Okay," and I said, "Okay, well, I didn't see anyone take it. Let me go get." First, I said, "Let me go get my, manager because we can go back and look at the footage, no problem." I
Mhm.
said, "But I didn't see anyone, take it." And he goes, "Well, I'm not blaming you." Well, I mean, at least I'm not yet. I mean, I have to see the footage. I'm like, "Okay, so
Jesus
I
Christ.
what an asshole, right?"
Right.
And I just look at him because I know I didn't take shit, okay? So, whatever happened, even if somebody else took it, I knew I was gonna come back and he was gonna be eating crow, all right? And then as I'm walking off, he's getting madder and madder. He's like, "Looks like somebody's going to jail tonight." Like, at me.
Wow.
He thinks he could talk to me like that because he just probably assumes that because I work in a dispensary that I'm just gonna steal his money,
Right.
and that's what pisses me off, okay? That's what pisses me off. So, anyway, so we're back there, and I'm like, "I cannot wait to see what happened," you know? And we're looking, and nothing's going on, and then all of a sudden, because the place I'm in used to be a bank, so we
Mhm.
had this little porthole thing where, you could open it up, and talk to us in the office, and she's like, "Never mind, he found it." Well, because first he was saying when I had gotten the manager, first he was saying, "I had 3 50s down here. 1, 2, 3. You see here? There's just 2. I wanna find out where the 3rd one went." Well, when she called us back and said, "Never mind, he found it," right?
Uh-huh.
First of all, I walk in there with my head held high, with a smirk on my face, with a team asshole look on my face,
Uh-huh.
okay? Like a, "Ha, I got you, motherfucker," you
Mhm.
know? And he looked at me and he's like, "I'm so sorry. I wasn't blaming you. I wasn't blaming you." And I said, "It's all right. It's all right. Let's just finish up because we're very busy here. I've been
Uh-huh.
spending a lot of time now with you, so let's go." But and guess what? It wasn't a 50, it was a $100 bill. So he lied
Wha
about the 50 part
Right,
of it.
so where was it?
I don't know, maybe in his fucking crotch. I don't know. Maybe he put it there because he wanted to rub it against his ball sack. I don't know.
Jay
He
Shive
was
says, "It was in his pocket the whole time, typical stoner behavior."
Well, no, but he was an older guy, not too old, like maybe 10 years older than me, okay?
Mhm.
And but he had an attitude. You see, we don't have it's not like
So
we
he
have
was the
all
male
types.
Karen.
He was a Darren.
There we go, thank
We
you.
get a
I was
ton
sitting
of
here racking my
Darrens.
yeah, I was sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out what the male Karen was, and I knew there was a name for it, but yeah, you're right, Darren. I thought it was Brad though, but no, Darren
Well, it
sounds
could be
sounds right.
Brad, but I
Yeah,
think I've heard Darren, and
yeah.
we get a ton of Darrens, and we get a lot of Karens, but I got a literal Karen once, a such literal Karen. That's another story in itself. But I'll segue into today's story because this one is exciting, and this is the exciting part of my job, guys. I felt like I was on CSI. Okay, so I'm in the back, I'm in the lounge, right? And somebody comes in and says, RJ, we need to look at the footage. Somebody lost a 50. And the first thing I thought, it was like, what? Like, I didn't, I just like, there's no way it could be this guy again. Well, no, it wasn't this guy. It was somebody else.
Mhm.
And he's like, yeah, he had went, uh, he said he lost it somewhere between here and there, whatever, right? He had lost a 50. So we were going to go back and look at the footage. Well, things were going haywire. We had the state coming in to do some kind of like it's almost like a hospital. Like they come in randomly and do inspections and shit, right?
Mhm.
So because we have to have things very lawful,
Lawful, very lawful.
very, very lawful. We have to abide by the law, the letter of
Yes,
the law.
yes.
And so then we finally get a chance to watch the footage, right? And I'm watching the guy and he's coming back. He had went to the ATM. He's putting the money in his pocket and I see a little dot, I see a bill fly out onto the floor and I go, "There it is."
Oh
Pointing
my
my
so
finger.
his
I said,
pocket.
"Look, it flew out." And they didn't even see it because it was so quick. They go, "Oh," they're like, "Good eye, cat." And I said,
Oh,
and it
so
fell
it
on the
actually fell out of his
floor.
pocket while he was trying to get the money out.
No, he had gotten the money out of the ATM, I guess, or he was putting his money in his pocket as he was walking toward
I
the
see.
counter,
I see.
and
Okay.
one of the 50s fell
Fell
out of
out
the
of
pocket.
okay. What an
Now and I
asshole.
saw it like it was like a feather,
Yeah.
okay? But then when you zoomed in, we saw the dollar bill there. First, before we even continue to watch, we all run out there like a band
Yeah.
of like, what are we all
Where's
doing?
that? We see him. We
I
know where
wanna see who
it's
finds it first. It was like 4 of us ran out there. I was looking I got on the floor and looked underneath one of the little things we had that had a little slit under there. I'm like, "What if it fell under there and all this?" And
Mhm.
so the guy's just waiting there and he's on his phone. He doesn't even notice what we're doing, right? Because 'Cause we're trying to play it cool. So
Uh-huh.
we go back there and we start watching and we find out who did it. This old guy, he comes in, he walks in, he sits down. He has a cap on and glasses, of course,
Of
right?
course. Of
A
course.
tall, white, older man with a regular cap and sunglasses.
Mhm.
And he sits down and then he walks up and you see and another person's also walking in, but they miss it, and he looks down and he sees it, and he picks it up and he looks at it, and then he grabs his money out of his pocket and he starts looking at his money in his pocket, and then he kinda puts it there and he kinda looks around and he kinda plays with it. He folds it up and puts it in his thing,
Mhm.
and then we stopped the camera and we're like, "There he is." And it was like we had that thing up for a long time.
Wow.
We caught him. Who would do that? They don't realize they're being cameraed every single angle of there's the only place you don't have cameras is in the bathrooms. That's it. There's a
I mean,
camera.
people have to know that yeah, there's cameras constantly. I mean, and for the most part too, like I mean, most stores that you go in, there will be a sign saying something like, "Hey, smile, you're on camera," or there's a camera system that operates 24/7 in the store.
Well,
I
this
don't know. I
used to be
mean,
a bank. I mean,
well, yeah. So you
and it
would
looks
think,
like a bank,
yeah,
but
man.
it's not.
That reminds me of, I don't even know if Lou remembers this. I'm sure he does, but when we were in New Orleans, we were at the casino one night, and we were sitting at, well, he was playing at a blackjack table and I was just kind of sitting there watching him, and like there was a table like kind of directly in front of us over on our left-hand side, that was full. And all of a sudden, like, we just hear this guy going off about how, I don't know if it was money or if it was chips that he was missing, but he was going off about how he was missing like $100 worth of chips or something like that, or like he had laid $100 down on the table, and now it's gone. I don't know. I mean, this went on for probably at least 45 minutes. I mean, the pit boss had to come over, and like, I mean, you could see him get on the phone and call upstairs to have them. I think, and what ended up happening was that I don't know if the dealer maybe accidentally gave like his chips to the person that was sitting next to him, and they figured it out by what going back and watching the tape, whatever. But this guy was belligerent and loud,
Wow.
about this money. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. So I mean, that's not the first time I've seen somebody act up in a casino though. So
Oh gosh, I bet there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I bet there's a lot of
I
that
mean,
there.
I'm sure Lou has a lot more like stories to tell, from the times that he's gone up there by himself and stuff like that. But yeah, I've seen crazy stuff even when we've gone to Cherokee. The one time that we went out there with like the Pete's and like Comfort Billy Paul and Robin, and I think that was when Traveling Fools and Mrs. Fools came to visit or something like that. Um, we were all kind of sitting around. Well, I think Pete, Pa, and Lou were all playing blackjack, and like me and Mrs. Pete and Robin were kind of standing behind them, just kind of watching or whatever. And there was a guy that was sitting, I want to say, like next or kind of in the middle between the three of them at the table, and he was like so drunk. And there was a guy like sitting towards the end of the table, and his wife was there, and she was doing kind of the same thing that we were, like us women were doing, just kind of standing back and watching, the men play or whatever like that. But
Mhm.
he like kept flirting with her, and like she was apparently drunk though too, like she was inebriated too. I mean, it's just yeah. But they eventually like us women were like, well, let's just go do something else. They're probably going to be here for a little while. We'll go play. I think I went to go teach them how to play bubble craps or something like that. The bubble craps machine that was in Cherokee. So after we got done playing, we came back to that same table that they were playing out, and apparently that guy had got escorted out because he was being a little handsy with the girl, the guy's
Mm.
wife. But he was also like so drunk that he was like spilling his drink all over the table. Being very loud and belligerent. So yeah, so he got escorted out. So we missed the part of him getting escorted out, but yeah, he was acting a fool.
Acting a
He
fool.
was acting a fool, and he was getting pretty handsy with that girl. I'm not gonna lie. So,
I just
and he was
love
an older gentleman too, older gentleman.
I just love being right when someone tries to demean you like that, you know?
Hmm.
Like with that first guy, I guess, the belligerent guy I'm talking about. Like, I
Yeah.
can understand why like, the other guy, the one who's missing the 50, like, he was annoyed that that happened, but he was appreciative that the manager told him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, the manager told me, he goes, "I've never run into this before. What do we do?" You know, like, because what do you do? Do you now they have to call that guy, I think. I don't know. They've never run into this situation, right? He has
Mhm.
not. So I am very curious to see what they do because what's a felony is like, I think you have to be like $5,000 or some shit like that, right? Like, I don't think the cops would do anything for like, could the guy press charges? I'm wondering because we have him on camera.
Probably not for that low amount. I mean, I guess it depends on the state though, because I think each state differs as far as what considered a felony, um, as far as the amount. I don't know, I guess it
Like, I mean, I
depends.
would be like I would
Because
wanna just
people get arrested for shoplifting all the time, and I mean
right,
they
that's what
can
I'm
shoplift
saying.
like a dollar pack of gum and still get arrested for shoplifting. So I don't know. I mean,
I mean, I don't think they would even like, they probably wouldn't care or anything about a $50 bill, but it's just the principle of the thing, you know?
well,
Like, if
that's the
you
thing
have
though
someone on
too.
camera, he might as well give it back to the guy.
Right. Well, not only that, but that's the thing too. It's like, I mean, what exactly would what I'm saying? Like what kind of crime would that fall under? Like, I mean, you would arrest the person for stealing like or
Yeah,
$50
something
from
they
you?
found because they don't really
Yeah.
do we have a moral obligation to say, "Whose money is this?" That's a good question.
Oh, thanks for stopping by, Georgia Metalhead. I appreciate it. So make sure you're tuning in next Sunday. I'll be live next Sunday, same time, 5
Later,
5
Georgia
p.m.
metalhead.
5 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully by that time I'll have OBS fixed or figure it out at least.
Obs.
OBS. I'll have OBS fixed.
Obs.
Well, what are your plans for? Are you guys closed tomorrow for New Year's?
No, I work.
Oh, really? Are they?
Yes.
I mean, are they like closing early because it's New Year's, or
Well,
their
I
plan is to
work
stay
9 to
open?
5. I think they close at I don't know if they close at 5 tomorrow too, I think. Yeah,
Oh, so they're closing early tomorrow.
I think so, yeah, like
Okay.
we did today too. Like,
Oh,
they started closing at 5, but I left, you know?
what time do they normally close?
On Sunday, I think well, actually, on Sunday, I'm not sure. I have to look. You know why? Okay, I think they close on Sundays at, like, 6:30.
Okay.
6:30.
Right.
Oh, that yeah, and on Saturdays, they close at, like 'cause they have it's weird. Monday and Tuesday is different from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's different from Saturday and Sunday, and I can never
Well,
remember
yeah,
because
that's how it is at the liquor store that my son works at too. So they stay open like later on Fridays and Saturdays. They close earlier on Sundays, but then like Monday through Thursday, it's like it's I think they close at 9 Monday through
yeah, like, something
Thursday,
like that,
and then
like
Fridays and Saturdays they stay open till 10, and then Sundays they close at like 8. So, but I mean, he
and
went to
it's
work today, so I'm assuming um um
what?
no, I have to do work on Tuesday. I mean, you can go if you want, but yeah, I have to work Tuesday and Wednesday.
Hang on. Let me go look at the
He
comment.
wants to know if we can go to Cherokee on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Aw,
Or on
Lou.
Tuesday. I know.
Can we
I'm
go to
sorry. Yeah,
Cherokee?
I
Are you
know.
taking questions?
If you
If you're taking
if you want to go,
questions
you can go. But unfortunately I have to work. I'm sorry. I'm
if you're
sorry.
taking
I would love to go
questions
though. I would definitely love to go. So, well, I mean, you and I talked last night as I was leaving Lou's house last night, and I told you about all the new subscribers that I had gained.
That's
So we have
awesome.
actually talked. TK and I talked, and the parties after the show ends here, the party is actually going to. You're still planning on doing that, right?
Yeah.
I guess we should have talked before I start
Oh,
make
no,
this
that's okay. No, I
but
had set up well, I had set up a show for 9, but I didn't
mhm,
know when you were gonna end, and I thought maybe from 8 to 9, I would do something because I need to have since I've been like, I haven't eaten or anything, I
mhm,
wanted to play, the the 1 hour before my show, the
mhm,
1 hour old time radio version of It's a Wonderful Life.
mhm.
Because it's New Year's Eve, and I love that I think is probably one of my favorite holiday movies because of the message.
It is a good one. Yeah, I do like that one.
It's such a good message, and
Yeah.
it really is a wonderful life, BA. I mean, we have both had a great year, I think.
Yes, so we'll get it. We'll definitely get into that. Let's finish this up first.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So the
So
party's not
that
going
way,
to
like
end. The party's not going to end after my show is over. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
For those of you that are not subscribed to TK, I think for the most part, most of you that are in here are subscribed to her, but she's actually going to be piggybacking off of my stream. Now, she's going to probably take a little bit of break in between so she can get herself something to eat and get prepared or whatnot. But she is going to be starting a show at 9 o'clock, and I will be on there too. I'll be co-hosting with her on her channel as well. Now I'm probably not gonna be able to go till midnight. I have made
Yeah.
plans to ring in the new year with Lou. So
Oh, well, of course.
so
Actually, you know what I should do? I'm wondering if I should just do it like maybe not till midnight, because there's somebody I'd like to call at midnight.
yes, there
So, okay.
right,
So you know
yeah,
what? I'll take my show till like 11, 30 or so, and then
yeah,
y'all can all celebrate on your own.
yeah. After that, you guys are
Y'all
on
can
your own.
all
After
ring in
that,
the new year your own
Uncle
way.
Lou would like to know: are you gonna watch balls drop?
Oh my god.
Are we planning on watching balls drop, Uncle Lou? TK's channel, yes, I will. Yeah, nothing has gone right for me today. Obviously because I'm streaming from StreamYard. So, but I will drop. Usually I have everything in the description of my videos or my streams anytime I go live. But I will drop her link in the chat, so that way, yeah, you guys know. But so you're planning on going live at 9, right?
Well, I put on there 9, but I may go live at 8. You'll see
Okay.
if your notifications are on, but it's gonna be that shorter version of the radio version of It's a Wonderful Life, because I thought, if people wanted to hear it or have background stuff or be chatting because they have nothing else to do maybe,
Uh
because
huh.
you know how people like to chat anyway in the chat room.
Right. Uh-huh.
So it's just a hangout place so we
Right.
could ring in the New Year's together like a
Right. So
community.
she is also trying to get to 500 subscribers. She's actually at 449 right now. So for those new ones
Help
that
me.
are now for the new ones that have subscribed to my channel and are currently listening right now, please make sure that you're going over there to her channel because again, like I said, I will actually be co-hosting with her up until probably you know up until I guess she said she's going to be live till about 11:30. So
Mhm.
so yeah, make sure you're subscribing to her. It looks like she's got about 51. She needs 51 more subscribers to get her to 500. I only need 40. I'm at 460.
Isn't that amazing?
It's
That's
crazy, right?
awesome.
Like as soon as we got on, like as soon as he ended his live stream last night, like I went to go check to see how many subscribers, and like literally no shit within like 15 the 10-15 minutes I was on, like while he was taking his break, I mean like he got me 100 subscribers, if not
That is
more.
awesome,
Yeah.
girl.
So thank you, Uncle Lou.
He should do
Appreciate that.
he should do that for you. But, no, yeah, I wanna get to 500 so we might actually get there close to the same time so we can do our 24-hour stream together.
Oh
Remember we
my
were talking
gosh, could you imagine? Yeah, so that was our plan initially, wasn't it? Like initially, like if whichever one of us reached 500 first, we were gonna do like I think we were gonna each do like a 12-hour stream, right? Was that what it was
right,
gonna be? So
yeah.
yeah, so yeah, if that's the case, if her and I both reach 500 subscribers at the same time, I mean, there you go. We'll link up and I'll do a 12-hour stream on my channel, and then she'll do a 12-hour stream on her channel. So
Or we
24
could do
hour
6,
stream.
6, 6, and 6. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. We'll
We'll
have to
figure
figure
it
it out.
out.
Yeah, but there you go. I just dropped a link to her channel in the chat. So again, for those of you that are not subscribed, please make sure that you're subscribing because we are going to continue. We are going to continue the party on her channel after I end my stream. So yes, Lou, 24 hours of this. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. So
We
it'll
can
either
have
be
music and
24 or
dancing.
12. Yeah. So
24 no, we
but
can
that's why we
actually
have people like you and like
yeah, I
Pete
was gonna
and Mrs.
say,
Pete to help, to help kind of fill those gaps. So because you wouldn't deny me from helping me out with the 12-hour stream, right?
and I
I
bet we
know
can
you
find
wouldn't.
somebody who loves doing trivia to do, like, a trivia part segment or something,
Hmm.
we gotta
Hmm.
find some people in the community that might wanna help us out. We could have a big old marathon, a marathon of fun.
Lou, I'm sorry, I have to work. Okay, I don't.
Is he complaining
I
about
I don't have
Cherokee?
the luxury of being able to just leave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I mean, you can
No,
go
he's
if
saying,
you.
"What if you have to work and you
Right, but
can't do
he
20"
said he said something earlier in that aspect trying to make fun of me because I told him I couldn't go to Cherokee because I have to work.
No, I know,
So,
I saw that. Because it was funny because he's like, "Can we go to Cherokee?" And I'm like it reminded me of, like, when he's like, "Are you taking questions? Like, can we go to Cherokee or no?" Oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess I should be grateful or, thankful that he actually asked me instead of just picking up and leaving and not telling me. but but yes, unfortunately, I have to work. I'm sorry. I don't have the luxury of being able to pick up and leave whenever I want to. Plus, I have to make arrangements for my kids, which for the most part, I mean, they're old enough to, kind of fend for themselves and stuff like that. And Tuesday and Wednesday, they don't have school. They don't go back to school till Thursday. But yeah, it's just I just there's just so much planning into going, just even going out of town for a night. There's so much planning that I have to do, even if I have to go out of town just for 24 hours. I mean, I have to make sure that things are put into place. So,
Yeah.
um, I will say this. It would be a lot easier if we were kind of in the same space together because then it'd be easier for me to plan shit. If we were kind
Ooh,
if we were kind of if we were
that's
kind of
what
in the
I'm
same.
talking about
Yeah,
too.
if we were kind of in the same space, it would be
Yeah.
a lot easier for me to plan shit.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
just throwing that out there, Lou, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
okay. Um What do you mean
He
you have
says
to
he has
work?
to work.
So I have to work and you have to work. So there's no sense in getting and trolling me about that since you have to work too. Yeah, you do have to work. You're right. There's games tomorrow. What? I don't know. Are there any games on Tuesday? I
Oh,
guess
there's
there's
an the
not.
L you guess what? The
What?
LSU game that, is too boring to watch is coming on at 12, and I'm gonna be working anyway, so I guess, I'm forced to not watch it. Isn't that terrible?
That is
We should have been
terrible.
playing
That
Notre
is not
Dame.
what I'm saying. Now you're putting words into my mouth. I didn't say if we lived together, I wouldn't have to work, is what you're saying. He said, if we lived together, I wouldn't have to work, is what you're saying. That's not what I'm saying. You're putting words into my mouth. That's not what I was saying. So, not
Nah,
what I was saying.
I
But
didn't
if
take it
that's
that
the way
way.
you interpreted it, then that's on you. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. Just saying.
Oh, and thank you to Robert. I saw that he said he subbed to my channel.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Yes.
Roberto. Roberto. Roberto Berlini. I don't know
I
what
see Rooster Man is in here, but I guess did you change the name of your channel again? It's Twisted Tailgate Sports Network with TR. So I'm assuming that's Twisted Rooster. Thank you for
yeah.
tuning in, Rooster. Appreciate that.
That guy,
Um,
he's really a hard working YouTuber, I'm telling you. That one.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see he's
Hey
really
BVD,
oh,
how
he
are
hates
you?
it when people say Roberto. Okay, well, I won't say it again, and please don't unsub, okay?
Yeah. My
I hope
dad's
you
first
don't
name is
have
Robert.
you don't have any but, it's not because you have a problem with Hispanic people, do you? Ah! What up, BVD?
What's up, BVD? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing
BVD!
well. I had heard somewhere. It might have been through our group text message that we're in with like 17 other people, but that he had I think gotten a bout of pneumonia. So I hope you're doing better, BVD. I hope that's gone and passed
And
now.
wait, so after the flu, he got pneumonia?
I didn't know he had the flu. Did he have the flu?
Wait a minute.
My daughter
Yeah.
had the flu. My daughter got the
But
flu like
wait,
9 days before
BVD but you
Christmas.
knew he was in the hospital for the flu, right?
Recently? Like how
Uh, I don't
how
know
re-
because
the
I
how
don't know,
recent was he in the hospital?
not that long ago.
Was it
Okay,
that last
Robert,
time he was in the hospital?
uh,
I don't know. I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so confused. I just through the text message, I think I was told that he had pneumonia or something.
okay.
So, but now
Yeah,
he's
he
saying,
said a
yeah, I think the
month.
pneumonia
Okay,
is
yeah,
gone.
it
I
was
was
about a
diagnosed
month ago.
with both a month ago. BA. Okay. Yeah, I knew that this last time that he was in the hospital, which was I guess a month ago. Yeah, I knew about that. But if he had made a more recent um if he had made a more recent trip to the hospital, I don't know about that. Yeah, right. You can't get the flu. You have to work. Okay. Well, you obviously don't have to work if you're talking about going to Cherokee. So,
He's totally
but
trolling you now, girl.
I do have to work. Oh, I know he's
He's
trolling. I know he's trolling. I know he's trolling. So.
I'm gonna get back to the private chat so I can concentrate. Oh my
um.
gosh.
So. Right, you can work in Cherokee, but I can't. I can't work in Cherokee. So
But here's the thing, like
at least not what I have to do tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Tuesday. What I have to do on Tuesday, I can't do in Cherokee. So anything else I can probably do. You're
now
right. I work 24/7. You should know this by now. You should know this by now. I'm
well,
constantly
she has 3 children that she takes care of. Just
yes,
saying.
yeah. I mean,
Well, actually
technically
2.
one of them,
Actually 2.
technically
2.
one is an adult, so but he still
Yeah,
lives with
2.
me, so I still have to make sure that 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 he's fed and he's got a roof over his head. So yeah, so I guess in a sense that is still taking care of him. He can do the morning shoe in Cherokee. He just chooses not to. There's a difference, Vic. It's not that he can't do it. It's just
I
he
think
doesn't
though the
want to do it.
reception well, but isn't the reception up there not very good either?
Yeah, no, it's really not that great. It really isn't that great. So, um, he wants to know if I can call in dead. I don't know if that. No, probably not. Because
Is
then
who can call in dead?
that would start a whirlwind of like problems that I don't think that I want to get into. So
Oh, if you can call in dead, that way
yeah, if
you
I
never
can
have to go
call in
back?
dead. Well, no, so I can go
Basically
to
s
Cherokee Tuesday.
oh. Well, if she
Yeah.
calls in dead, then they're gonna think that she ain't coming back, then she won't have a job. She's gotta call in with whatever it was I got the other day that the whole dispensary personnel got.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all got sick.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, my boss is pretty well. My boss for my second, well, actually, both my bosses are pretty amazing and fantastic. So, I mean, I'm sure they would not have an issue. But I mean, I would just, I would just have to. There's things that need to be put in place, is what I'm trying to tell you, babe. There's things that need to be put in place. Like I would have to schedule things. So will we would leave Tuesday morning and come back when? Wednesday? Is that what you're saying?
The next day in time for her to go to work.
No, that's not the job that I have to work at on Tuesday, Nick. So, I mean,
Wait, hold
I
on,
have
let me
no problem
see.
schedule. Well, yeah, I
Oh,
have no problem rescheduling clients, but my job that I have to do Tuesday requires me to travel to Aiken, South Carolina, to pick up some stuff. So,
he said just one night, but
oh my gosh,
that's like a 4 is that a 4-hour drive?
it's almost yeah, very close to 4 hours one way, so 8 hours total.
Ugh.
Um, we'll talk tonight when I come over.
Oh,
We'll talk
oh,
about it tonight when I come over. Today's only Sunday, so
speaking of
today's
traveling, I finally
Thursday.
booked my room at
I
the
know, yes, I
and
was
it's
just
beach
gonna get
view.
into that. Yes, I was gonna get into that. So,
It's
I mean,
beach
do you
view.
mind telling how much you got it for?
Well, it was 144 a night, which, yeah, is a lot, but when I'm coming on Thursday. When I went to Olive Palms, I came on Friday, and I still ended up spending more for Olive Palms for 2 nights than I am for 3 nights here, so
Okay.
a little bit more. I mean, a
Yeah.
little bit less, like, it was
Yeah.
600 and something for, Olive Palms, and for 3 nights here, it's 580 something.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
So, you got it for a
and
little
it's a
over like
beach view,
$100 a night?
144 a night.
Okay,
That was
alright.
the cheapest one, and it was a beach view, but it has
Now,
2
did you
queen
go directly
beds.
through the website, or did you do it off like a second?
Expedia,
Okay, yeah, see,
and I
so
put
this is
a
what yeah. We
yeah.
must have just got lucky. Well, we did book ours back in, I think, November or October. I think was it October or November, Lou, that we did. I think it might have been October that we booked ours, and at that point in time, I went directly through Days Inn, and we got it for like $89 a night. So,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so for those of you that have not yet booked your hotel, I would recommend doing it now rather than later, because I honestly just think the price is going to continue to go up.
Yeah, 'ca especially the more people that make the reservation, they're gonna say, "Something's going on, let's jack up the price,"
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm. We'll talk about it tonight when I come over, Lou.
He's all is he still
I'll
asking? Let me go to check.
Well, no, he's saying that.
Oh.
I mean, he said leave 8 a.m. Tuesday, and then he said I can bring my monsters, talking about my kids. But um,
Oh,
but yeah,
wait, when do they go back to school?
they go back to school on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so they wouldn't be in school. So, but we'll talk about it, and I'll see if I can possibly figure something out. So yeah, we'll talk about it. Hey, Robin, how are you?
Hi,
She says
Robin.
we called hotel directly last night and got a lower rate than booking. Oh, well, there you go. There
Well,
you go.
but is
How
it
much did
okay,
y'all get it
I
for,
don't wanna
Robin, if
know
you
if
don't mind
it's
me
under
asking?
100. I
Yeah,
don't
how
wanna
much did
know
you
if
get
it
it for, if you don't mind me asking?
don't tell me. Unless
So
it's over 100. You're not saying anything.
well, we just asked,
Oh,
so there's
okay.
a little bit of a lag though too.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
or if you just want to text me too, Robin, if you want to text me,
I don't wanna know how much I
yeah, if you want to just text me,
well,
you've got my number, Robin. So let's just ask, did you get it for under $100 a night,
yeah.
Robin? Did you guys get it for under $100 a night? And that's the thing too. Like, I mean, like, I don't think they have any like king rooms anymore. Oh, she said about 120,
Okay.
but she
So
said she's not sure
I
if it
didn't
was
do
the
too
same for
bad,
every
and I got a
night.
beach view,
So,
so
yeah. No, yeah. So yeah, that's not. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, that's still. I mean, what, $20 less than what you got it for? But
yeah.
again, I mean, yeah, don't wait. Y'all don't wait. For those that are going, I mean, I'm thinking that the sooner. Did you hear that? People are shooting off
Wha
fireworks already.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, for those of you, that was loud too. That sounded like a
I thought I
gunshot, but
heard something. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and that
thought I
was
heard
really
something.
loud. I could hear it through my headphones. For those of you that have not yet booked and are planning on coming, I would definitely go ahead and do it now than later, because um, I'm thinking the longer you wait, the more expensive it's gonna get. She said total 460 for 3 nights, but we got the old people rate. Oh, stop it.
Let me see, hold on.
She said total 460 for 3 nights, but we got the old people rate.
Aw. Well, I
Oh,
should have
I
told
love
them how
you. I
old
can't
I
wait to see
was.
y'all. Yeah,
Maybe I coulda gotten the old people rate.
maybe. Yeah,
May
maybe you should
well,
have.
no, well, it was on Expedia, though, so
Yeah, yeah. So, well, big plans for tomorrow. We started talking about that, and then I think we got sidetracked. But you're working tomorrow from 9 to 5, right?
yeah.
And then what
Mhm.
after that?
Well, see, I'm almost finally done moving everything into the condo because basically I'm doing it by myself and I do it in between working.
Hmm.
So it's taking a lot of time. Well, my brother-in-law is gonna pick up the camper on Tuesday. So tomorrow after work, I wanna go by there, get the last of my stuff out of there, and go to the storage room, and somebody is gonna be meeting me there because 'cause we're gonna look at all the stuff, like, and just try to figure out I gotta get all the rest of we wanna get one storage room empty. So all
Hmm.
we have is a tiny storage room that we pay every day. I mean, every day, every month,
Hmm.
instead of, I mean, we were paying a mortgage worth of storage because we moved here in a hurry, you know? My mom was living with my sister, and I was living in a camper, so all our stuff was in storage, basically.
Hmm.
So now it's like me getting a lot of stuff out. Now, I gotta get movers for the last part of the furniture. We already got half of the furniture in here, and I'm trying to we had to downsize big time too, because that was 30 years of stuff in a big house, and now we're in a
Yeah,
condo.
yeah.
So,
That's
we had
always
to
the worst too, to like downsize. I mean,
ugh,
I literally had to do that when I moved from, after I got divorced, moved from my marital house to this little small place that I've got now. I mean, just deciding what you actually need and what you don't need. And that's the
mhm,
thing. Like, I've been here for almost 4 years, and I've still got shit in boxes that I haven't unpacked, just
mhm,
because I have no fucking room. I mean, but the one thing that I did, I mean, the one thing that I knew that I was taking with me was my China set that I got
uh-huh.
um from, yeah, as a wedding gift when I got married, but that shit's still in boxes. So, and I still have a lot of like pots and pans and shit that are in boxes that I haven't opened, because I mean, my kitchen is so fucking small, girl. It's not even, I don't even have enough counter space to like actually cook cook a meal and like be able to set like, I mean, it's like I have to move shit around. I have to put things on top of other things. I mean, like, I don't even have enough room to put a cutting board to cut anything. It's crazy. This place is so freaking small. I'm so ready to get out of here.
I know, and
And they
that
keep upping my rent. So like they just up there. So starting January 1st, which is tomorrow, my rent's going up another $30 after it just went up earlier this year. like $15. Now they're upping it another $30. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Oh, yeah, they told us, like, last month that they were upping it there, and I was surprised that they only went up 50. I was thinking they would go up at least 100,
Hmm.
and I'm still sad that I can't stay there, girl, but I just can't afford it right now, when
I
I
know, I
looked at
get it.
everything.
I know.
So, once I'm able to afford something like that, then I'll do that, but
Yeah. And
I have
that's
to
the
be
thing, like,
practical.
I mean, I feel like that I well, well, you guys all know about well, some of you know about my air conditioning, problems that I had. So my air conditioning unit went out. I mean, it's fixed now, but I mean, my air conditioning unit went out, what, I think, like, at the very end of May, beginning of April, like a year ago. A year ago. Maybe almost 2 years now. Yeah, so this March will be 2 years. It took them literally almost a year to get it fixed. Literally almost a year to get it fixed. And at the same time as like,
That
I
was
kept
that was so ridiculous.
yeah, so what ended up happening was the maintenance man brought me 2 window units, and then my neighbor brought me a 3rd window unit to put into my boys' room, so I put the window units in, so there's 1 window unit in my bedroom that I share with my daughter, and then there's a window unit in the boys' room, and then, the 3rd window unit I actually put in, like, the kitchen area, because anytime I would cook and turn the stove on or use the stove or use the oven or something, like, it would be blazing hot in the kitchen. And
Mhm.
I've got some blackout curtains in the kitchen, near the window, but it still doesn't help. I mean, it's like being in a hot box in here. This place that I'm in is not well insulated to begin with. So
Right.
yeah, so when the sun is shining down, it's like you're literally like it's a hot box. So
It's
these window
I
units,
learned about that living in a
yeah, so
camper.
these window units would constantly run in the summertime. 2 of them were like those automatic ones. So, like, you set a temperature on it, and once the temperature reaches that particular point, it shuts off. But it
Mhm.
stayed constantly hot in this place that they would never shut off. So they were constantly fucking running. So there's no telling what my electric bill is going to be like this coming, like, spring and summer when it comes, because currently I'm on budget billing. So
Uh-huh.
basically, average of what you use yearly. So because this happened, so I was using those units, you know, this
Mm.
this cut this past summer. I'm not going to know exactly how much it goes up until this next summer coming up. But yeah, so it literally took them a year to fix my air conditioning unit. Meanwhile, the whole time they were fucking upping my rent. I was told that I could not bring an outside person to come look at it. I was told that if I happened to get it fixed on my own, that I would not be reimbursed in any way. That they had to bring somebody that was contracted, quote unquote, contracted out, for the area that I'm in, to get somebody out here to fix it. So
Mhm.
so that's
So
that. But
stupid.
I mean, like I said, it's working, it's fixed now, but they didn't fix it till, gosh, like, right before, like, Halloween this year. And at that point in time, like I said, it had been out for almost a year by that
Mhm.
time. So,
Damn, girl.
little YT is him. Welcome, by the way. He says, Battle Angel, are you in Airs? I'm not sure what that means.
Hang on. Little what
AIRES?
is that pine cone? Oh, no, never mind.
I don't think
Uh,
that's pine cone.
an Aries? Are you an Aries?
Oh, an
I
Aries.
am,
Oh, is that astrological sign? Is that
I think.
is that what you're asking me?
I
No, I'm not an Aries. I'm a Leo. I'm a
little
Leo.
YT is
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, if you're asking what my astrological sign is, I'm a Leo. I'm not an Aries. Uh, but yeah, I'm a Leo. My
I'm an
birthday's in July.
Aries.
So yeah, and then on top of that, I had other little piddly shit that was happening to my place. Like, I was having, like, cabinets in my kitchen, like, falling off the hinges because they weren't put in correctly. My screen door was broken. Like, literally the handle on my screen door, like, broke off. So if I were to close the screen door, it would literally lock you outside the house because you couldn't fucking get in. So I had to leave my screen door propped open with like a rock or something like that in order to be able to get into my house, without it locking me in. So all this little piddly shit was happening around me that they were not coming to fix as well either, because it wasn't quote unquote priority. Or
There's
like
gotta
I
be
would
laws against that, though.
I mean, I'm not, thank God for Mrs. Pete, because like, I mean, had my air conditioning still been out, like she would have, she would have helped me to kind of find what I needed to, like how I would need to proceed. But yeah, I mean, like she she gave me a lot of information, as far as what I could possibly do, as far as them not being able to get my air conditioning fixed in a timely fashion. But now that they've gotten it fixed, that's all swept under the rug. But it's still an issue where things are happening here in this place that I'm still, like I said, I have to call them, and nobody's usually there to answer the phone anyway to begin with. So they have this messaging system that you have to leave a message, and it's a shit show, girl. I need to get out of this place so bad. I need to get out of this place.
Dang, girl.
I've been here 3 years too long, honestly. So, but hopefully that's one of the things that is going to be changing for me in the new year. Um, that I'm working on getting changed in the new year. So we'll see how that works. But I mean, again, 2023 has not been a bad year for me. I mean, it's been a really good year. But I'm expecting 2024 to be even better. If
That's
that,
what I am.
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
2023 was one of the best years. Uh, he's totally trying. I'm
He's
gonna
trying
get
to
out of the
piss me
chat.
off, is what he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do. So,
So you don't think he's trying to troll you now? You think he's,
oh no, he's
you know
trolling. Yeah, he's trolling, but
Oh,
he's trolling to the
but you're
point
not
where
pissed,
he's
right?
trying
Because
he's trying
'Cause we're
to get a
having
reaction. I'm
fun.
a little irritated. I'm a little irritated, but
Ah.
also because the fact that you made me a promise too last year, Lou, if you don't remember, but we're not going to bring that up. You did make me a promise. So, moving right along. So 2024. You remember how I said 2023 was going to be your year?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
What was I saying all of 2022? I said, "Girl, 2023 is going to be your year." And here we are. This is the last day of 2023, and how do you feel?
Frickin' amazing.
So, I was right, right?
You were absolutely right, and it started in January and just got better and better every month.
Mhm.
Now
Now you've had some, yes,
Mhm.
you've had some bridges that you've had to cross, but
Yep.
you know, it can't, the 365 days in a year can't all be good ones, you know.
No.
But for the
No.
most part, right? For the most part, you feel like 2023 has been a good year.
Oh, girl, not only has it been a great year, it's been a year of a lot of learning, a lot of
Yes.
self-discovery, a lot
Yes.
of, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, self-awareness. I think I work on that all the time. I try to be self-aware because when I look back to the way I was pre this year,
Mhm.
it makes me sad. And now I have even a better understanding because you see, that's the one thing about this year. One of the best things about this year was meeting my friends in the community. Okay, especially the real ones, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Okay. The core group, the ones that know what's going on with me right now that I'm not gonna talk about on the air, but I forgot where I was going with that. It uh, that's one of the best things is getting to know y'all, and
Right.
and you helping me through this has been a godsend,
Right.
but
So,
the fact
let
that I can even tolerate it the way I have is just showing you how much I've changed.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. So, let's start this journey off, your 2023 journey, off with the very first time you met everybody, which would have been the Slob Olympics in Isle of Palms.
Okay, hang on for 2 seconds while I blow my nose.
Okay. You know what, Jay? I mean, I think I would agree with that. A terrible year for health, and most people I talk to lives. I know. With my daughter getting the
Jay,
flu like 9 days before
Jay.
Christmas, and yeah, I've heard a lot of people have been getting really sick. So yeah.
Oh, do I sound stoned right now? Was the soundbite of the year. Thank
Yeah, that
you.
was that's a great one. I know. I wish I
I
had the
thought he
fucking
meant that
shit to
I
do
sound like
that.
that now because
No, no.
I'm stopped up because I've been sick.
Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, I've
So
had a little, but
so
anyway.
let's start with your very first Slob Olympics.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first of all, I was thrilled, beyond thrilled. I knew that I was gonna love it, and I knew how it was gonna be because I know me. And I remember how you and I had talked about that, and I had no idea how nervous you were.
Mhm.
I would like I wasn't I mean, I was nervous, but, like, excited nervous, but I just knew once you got to know me, you would see, like, now but now because this is where I was going with that, because you know what you know, you can see now where some of that angst came from,
Yes.
okay?
Absolutely. Mhm.
So, that's what I'm working through now, okay? But still, besides that, even throughout that time when I didn't know what was going on, I just knew something was wrong. I was dealing with my own life and going my own path. Like, in other words, like, I worry too much about other people and people I love, and it is good. That's a good thing. But I would worry so much that it would interrupt my life, you know? And somehow getting properly diagnosed with the ADHD has taken care of literally every weird problem I had like that. Like,
Mhm.
I feel like a normal human, like, I know how to deal with issues better. Yes, I still can get, like, a little snippy or whatever, like, you know, uh
Look, we're human, okay?
yeah,
We're human.
we're
None of
human.
us are perfect. None of us. Case in point, the Uncle Lou.
But I mean, I think that well, see, and I knew that I was kinda doing this, but I didn't know, like, I couldn't it's just so amazing to see now how my life has come full circle this year, especially with the news I've gotten in the past few months, and just how it has affected because of that, I almost lost this community, you know?
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know
And
what
it
you're talking
doesn't
about. Mhm.
yeah. So, I'm just so finally glad that we have some answers at least, and that, this is just something I'm gonna have to live with the rest of my life, but it's okay. It's okay, you know? And, I'm just so happy and, yes, sometimes it's very hard. Sometimes it's very hard to deal with, but I'm in control of my emotions now.
Mhm.
I'm in control of who I am, and even when I do snap at people now, I feel justified if I do f like today, like, there was this okay, I have everybody loves me at the dispensary, okay, because I they say everybody says I'm always so positive. I am. I'm super positive when I go in. I don't like they're little whiny people, okay? There's some couple of whiners in there, and I usually just ignore it and
Are they
go on.
younger?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Then that explains it then.
And I mean, like, really, there is nothing to complain about at that job. And you wouldn't believe how much some of these people complain. Well, we have a one badass woman, okay, who never complains, who's about to have a baby in a month, who is still has problems with sickness that she has to go to the bathroom and throw up a lot, you know?
Oh my
But she
gosh.
works her ass off, she doesn't complain, she's sweet, and I love her to death. She's like my freaking hero, okay? And so but today, I was packing up a delivery order, and I could hear her in the bathroom, and she sounded like I almost went in there. I thought, "She
Oh,
dying?" You
bless her
know?
heart. Yeah.
I know, and I felt so bad for her, right? So I'm walking to go anyway, do my job because I mean we're used to hearing that, right? And I passed by, and the guy that I do deliveries with, him and I are kind of like brother sister now. Okay, we may have a little spiff. Well, this our first. We had our first fight today. Okay, because for the last few days he's been constantly negative and complaining in the car to me, and I
Mhm.
just sit there and listen, and I don't tell him to grow up. So today, I just made the comment as I was walking by him. I said, "Oh, I feel so bad for Caitlin. Maybe she should go home, like, she sounds terrible." And he said something like, "Yeah, well, I feel terrible. Yeah, blah, blah, blah." I said, "She's pregnant and she's in the bathroom puking her guts up. Shut your mouth."
Shut
There
the
was no
fuck up.
I said, "Shut your mouth. I am not gonna deal with your negative BS today." And he goes, "I'm not gonna deal with yours." And I just walked away from him because I knew that, there was no customers in there. There
Mhm.
was no customers in there. I knew better. But, and him and I were cool. I said, "Look, I'm sorry, but I'm just." But the rest of the day, guess what? He didn't complain once in the car. In fact,
Oh.
he was really positive, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, it's like not everybody wants I mean, I walked in to 2 guys. These are 2 guys. It's the women are fine. These men are like because okay, we have 2 people that left that were in we had our general manager, CC, quit, and so did one of our, lead our managers on duties. They're called MODs. So these guys are like vying for that position, right? And there's like this competition, I feel like, between them. And they're complaining about who didn't do this, who didn't do it. I'm like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They don't know what a stressful job is. They don't even have a fucking clue what a stressful job is.
That's what always gets me. Yeah, you and I are friends on Facebook, and I like to sometimes, like when I run into something that just automatically like astounds me. Sometimes, like it just takes me aback. Like I like to post, these little experiences that I have on Facebook and stuff like that. Well, for those of you that know, you guys, that know me, have been around here for a little while. You guys know that I have a little side hustle that I do besides my, my hairstyling work or whatever. That's basically my career, my job that I do. So I deliver newspapers, but it's funny to me that anytime I go into a store to deliver papers, there's these young clerks or whatever that are generally behind the counter, and like some of these places I have to collect money from, and a lot of them like to write checks, but it's just funny to me that the younger generation, like, number one, don't know how to fill out a check,
Mm,
and number two, don't know how to like sign their name, because they're these things, these important things that you would think that you would know how to do, that they're not teaching kids how to do,
that is
anymore.
so wild
Isn't
because I
that
noticed
crazy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed that in my later years in nursing, I'm like and I always thought until you told me, because I don't have kids, that they're not teaching that. I'm like, "Why do some of these moms print their name for their signature?" I thought they just didn't wanna do cursive. They didn't like it or something. I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't
Mhm.
know why I never really looked into that, but I only had s but some would.
Yeah.
Some would, young ones, but not all of them. And I always thought, are they just kinda, like, not that smart or no, they're not being taught.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
So this one store I go into, deliver papers to, like I said, they generally buy, write a check for, the money that they pay me. And I think the amount was like, I don't know, like $14.60 or something like that. I'm just throwing it off the top of my head. And let me tell you, number one, she couldn't figure out how to write the check out, right? Number
Uh-huh.
two, she spelled 60 SISTY. Sisty.
Sisty?
She spelled 60,
Yeah,
instead of
sisty
spelling it
with an X.
SIXTY, she spelled it SISTY. and again, she printed her name, like she couldn't sign her name. So that's the thing too. Like I have these little receipt books that I have to have these people sign, when I'm delivering, and none of these younger folks, like none of these younger people like that are working behind the counter know how to
So
write their name in cursive.
so as long as the number looks right, they can misspell 60?
I mean, I wasn't going to change it. So, I mean, obviously the bank still took it. But I mean, it's little things like that I noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like when you
I
misspell,
didn't even
that's
like to have marks on my check. I would void it if I didn't like the way it looked.
Well, that's the reason why I guess I'm such a grammar Nazi. Now, look, I'm not saying that I'm the best person at grammar. I'm not, but I proofread all my shit, okay? And I mean, there are some times where like I get excited and my fingers are working faster than my brain is actually working. And I mean, thank God for like autocorrect on phones and shit like that too. Like I know some phones don't have that option, or some people have opted out of option, but I always keep autocorrect on my phone, so thank God for that. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the best person at spelling, but little things like that, like little simple words like that, it like annoys the shit out of me. Like you should know how to spell 60. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You should
Yes.
know the proper way to spell 60. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
it's not like texting where you could say, "Oh, that was a misspelling," or
yeah,
that was, or my thumb, or I had
right,
a
right.
BVD. BVD's problem is not that he doesn't know how to text. I think he said he has fat fingers.
Fat fingers, right?
Ha
And that's a legitimate
BVD, do
excuse.
you have fat fingers or you just
And
don't know how to
right,
text
and
good?
see, and that's the thing too. Like, if I notice that I make a mistake, like you probably notice this when I text you. Like, if I make a mistake, like I immediately go back and correct that mistake. Like, I put a little asterisk, and I'm like, "Oh no, this is supposed to say for, not her," or yeah.
Yes,
So
it
I
drives me
constantly think.
crazy. Or if I mess up a number and I fix it and it looks darker than the rest of them, it just sometimes I
Yeah,
won't go that far, I'll still give it, but that I because I rarely write checks
right,
anymore. It's not like back in the '90s where everything, I paid my bills by mailing them.
right. There's only one place that, well, actually not even anymore now, but there used to be one place that I would always write checks to, and that was to pay my water bill, because number one, they don't have an online option for you to pay online. And number two, like yeah, if I pay over the phone with like a credit card, they charge me like a 5% service fee to do that. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just write a check. But now they come up with this option now where I can just get it automatically drafted out of my checking account. So I ended up signing up for that. So now I don't even have to worry about that anymore. So that being said, it looks like I'm not going to be writing checks. Well, I do still write checks to my kids' schools sometimes to, like for this upcoming Disney trip, every deposit that I paid with checks. So I still do write checks. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that. It's very rarely that I write them, but I do still write them.
I would write
Um,
them for my rent at the campground because they would charge, like, a fee to
I
use
know.
your debit card, so
Yep, that's what they do here. Like when I first moved into this place, they would accept checks at the office. Like I could drive up to the office and pay with the check, but no, they're like, no, now you got to do the online service, and they charge like a 3% fee now for paying online, and they won't accept any other payment besides doing it online. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, but yeah, I used to pay my rent through check too all the time too. Um, welcome. They say hello everybody. BATK only know you through YouTube, but you both are so enjoyable to listen to. Happy New Year to you all. Oh, thank you so much, Happy New Year to you. I hope 2024 brings a good year for you. Speaking of New Year, we kind of got
Happy New
off
Year,
topic
MM.
here. We kind of got off topic, but earlier before you came on, I was asking people about New Year's resolutions. So I'm gonna ask you about yours. I'm gonna tell you about mine first. I've decided I'm no longer making New Year's resolutions, because every time I make a New Year's resolution, I don't do it. So, but there's one major one that I really probably need to make and abide by, but I just can't. Not, and I just can't. So
Wait, wait.
the
But you can't
smoking.
say it on Huh?
No, no, I definitely need to quit smoking. I need,
Oh,
but I make that resolution every freaking year, and it never happens. So I'm not gonna make it again this year, and I'm not gonna make it again this year. So I'm just gonna see what happens. So, but I know in my head that's definitely something that needs to happen. But yeah, I'm but for right now, I'm not saying I have any resolutions. So, what about you? Do you have any resolutions?
well, for years I didn't make resolutions because I knew I wouldn't do them. But
Right?
now I feel so motivated all the time. And okay, there is a talent that I have been working on for the talent show, right? But I had never, like, I had started to learn this talent that's a little easier than shuffle dancing. I also want to learn how to shuffle dance and kayak, but we'll get to that.
Mhm.
But there's this one talent, but I don't want to say what it is because it's most likely the one that I'll be able to have a good enough grasp on before J Ju June, whenever
Mhm.
the talent show is.
The talent show.
The talent show, and I want it to be a total surprise,
Yeah. Well,
okay?
I guess one resolution that I can make that I probably abide by would be I think I would like to travel more. Now that I've gotten my first flight under my belt, I think I would like to travel more. Go to
Um,
places that I've never been to before.
I know that, like, yeah, I still wanna continue also on this trajectory that I'm on.
Yes, the upward trajectory.
This upward
Yes.
trajectory.
Yeah. So, I dropped the link for anybody that would like to come on, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. New Year's resolutions. The upcoming year, what you guys are looking forward to and excited for. The one thing that I can say that I'm excited for is I'm definitely excited for these next coming events that are coming up for this community. So, Sab Olympics. I'm super excited about that because not only will you be there, we'll be able to hang out again.
Cannot
But
wait.
there's some new people that are going to be coming that that have been a part of this community for a while too that we've never met. So I'm excited about that too. I always love meeting new people. So
Oh, I know, me
and
too.
it's like I'm always surprised. So I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but and I'll say this, and if Pete's listening, you know how much I love you, Pete. But the very first time I met Pete in person was he came down for that watch party at Lou's house. What was that, 2 or 3 years ago? I can't remember. And after he left for the weekend, and went home, the first thing that I said to Lou was, "He's a lot shorter than I thought he was going to be."
Remember when I met Jay Shipes and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're so tall."
Yeah,
Eh,
yeah. So
I don't know why I thought he was gonna be short.
yeah, most everything that for the most part, everything that when I've met these people, like most of the things have been like that. There's nothing that has really shocked me about anybody when I finally met them in person. But yeah, that was one of the first things that I told Lou. I was like, he's shorter than I thought he was gonna be, and he just kind of chuckled and so. But yeah, so that I mean, but I'm looking forward to Slob Olympics. I mean, I know that Lou and all the boys are excited about their upcoming Vegas trip. And oh,
They're gonna
speaking of
have
that
so much
too,
fun.
yeah, Mrs. Pete and I are getting together and we're gonna figure out. I think we're just gonna do maybe like a weekend in Charleston. Would you be down for
Okay,
that?
I'm totally down for that.
Okay. So yeah, so her and I will get the details together and we'll do like what we're calling, or what she came up with the idea with, is like a staycation in Charleston. So I'm
Okay,
just gonna have to figure out like the best weekend for me. But I think we're thinking probably sometime in February.
okay. I may
So
fly in
okay.
only because, well, I definitely need to get my car fixed, like, ASAP because it needs something fixed on it, but I'm wanting to get a new set of tires, preferably before slobs,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanna drive to slobs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really
Yeah.
wanna take a plane to I like the road trip,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. So yeah, so if we plan something for uh Uncle Lou says, guys plan Vegas trip in 3 minutes. Girls been planning weekend trip for 2.5 years and still don't have a plan. Well, we're just not all willy nilly though either. So hush your mouth, okay? Hush your mouth.
OMG.
We again, there are a lot of things that go into planning things like this, especially for
That's
those of
because
us that
guys
have
are so
jobs and
simple.
children. Not saying that I'm not saying that you don't have a job, babe. You work very hard, and yeah, I mean you, but a
But you
lot of
have a
us,
seasonal job,
yeah.
basically.
Well, no, not really. I mean, he does YouTube year round, and it,
Well,
he
yes,
stays above.
he
But
does, but he
he
doesn't have
also
to if he didn't want
right.
to.
But his line of work is very rare in a sense because he can just get up and leave whenever he wants to go do something. For us, for people like me and for like Mrs. Pete and TK, it doesn't work like that. We have to plan these things out. So that's why it takes us. Plus, we're women, okay? We just don't fly by the seat of our pants like you guys do. All right. So that is.
It's a
That's not
work
there.
conference.
My ass,
A
okay? My
work
ass. If it's a
conference.
work conference, then I'll meet you there on Wednesday. Then, okay? Yeah, work conference, my ass. All right. Hey, BBD, how are you?
I'm
Hey, BBD. Happy New
I'm
Year.
good. How are you ladies tonight?
We
We're
are
doing great. We're
good.
doing great. I'm slightly irritated at a certain person, but that's okay.
Well,
I'll get
that's good.
over
You
it.
probably spend a lot of time being irritated at a certain person, but
No,
that's
for some,
okay.
no, for some reason today it's on like a level 1,000 for some. I don't know, and I haven't even seen him today. We've talked
Wow.
like we texted back and forth today, but I haven't. Yeah, like I haven't even seen him today, and he's already got my irritation level to the max.
He's
So
done got up in your crawl.
Yeah, but when you go over there and see him, he's gonna like do something all cute and stuff, and you know,
yeah,
That's what
and then
everybody
y'all
wants
gonna
to know, BA.
then
This
he's gonna go
dude
then he's
is
gonna sing to you, and he's gonna dance, and he's gonna go,
yeah,
"Let's get it
right.
on."
does Lou do stuff like that for you, BA? Does he do cute little romantic things for you that you wouldn't
Do you
expect?
guys know who we're talking about here? Okay. You know who we're talking about here. Okay. Look, I literally, and I mean, look, this is not one of the reasons. I mean, like, there. This is not a deal breaker. Obviously, it's not a deal breaker, or I would have been long gone by now. But I mean, you guys know who you're talking about here. The
Mhm.
dude, like, has to call me or text me and let me know. Like, I had to let him know exactly what I want for gifts. Because
I mean, that could be a good thing.
I mean, it could be. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. But
I
But
know
he
why he
does
does that
think of
though. I mean,
you.
it makes it
He thinks
easier
of
for
you.
him,
I w if
and
you know, I wouldn't have been able to go to slob softball without him.
you
right,
wouldn't have been
that's
able to
true.
made it home
That's
after the
true.
game either without him.
That's true.
Why, what did he do?
You don't remember the ride home from, to the Airbnb that night? You, BA,
Oh
Lou.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
from
Oh,
Rogers,
that
huh?
I
Oh,
thought you
that's on a
meant
totally different level. That's on yeah, that's a totally different that's that yeah, that's a totally
So
different level.
even though
Okay, you
nobody
know what? I
died
will give you that, Lou. You're right. You're right. I didn't ask for a watch this year. You're absolutely right. So you did do very well on that. Absolutely. So I will, but yes. But you had been asking me for a while too what I wanted for Christmas, and
well,
so yeah,
listen, ladies,
that
I'm
was a
not gonna keep you
surprise.
long. I just wanted to get on here and say Happy New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope your New Year is better than your last year. I hope that for all of us, actually, because, wasn't a good year for a lot of people. And um, hope you guys have a great one. I love you, girls, and I will hopefully see you at the slog.
don't leave yet. Don't
Yes.
leave yet.
Don't leave yet.
BBD, I am glad you're alive.
Me too.
I am glad I met you.
Me too.
I am coming back to, the screen. Um, excuse me, hold on. Okay, I'm okay. Um, and, my shows are gonna be on Wednesdays, but for a while, I haven't mentioned this to anybody yet. I'm gonna be asking certain people, like, if they could be, like, my guest co-host for a while until I feel okay being by myself. It's a long story,
You
which
tell him, Jay Shipes.
I can tell you about the story later, but I would love for you to one day be one of my guest co-hosts. I think we would have a good show, you and me.
Sure, I'd love to. You got my
I think it'd
number.
be funny
Just text me and we'll do it.
because you say funny shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I have my moments.
I have to
Well,
find funny
you're looking
stories.
good and you're sounding good. I mean, I
Yeah.
think the last time I saw you like live or
I'm
something,
telling you, he's
you
gonna
were all
out.
congested.
Look. He almost outlived me at the Slob Olympics.
Well, the best thing about all this BA is I've lost 100 pounds in the last year.
That's
So I'm no
great.
longer big ball daddy. I'm just ball daddy, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
ball daddy.
No, you're gonna always be Big Vol Daddy. So
I
whenever you
guess.
do my guest co-host, it'd be like, tonight's guest co-host is B, the great BVD.
I guess
Hey.
I guess being BVD sounds a whole lot better than just being VD. So
Yeah, see, that's not
don't want to
good.
be going around calling yourself VD in front of women.
No.
All right,
And
ladies.
and you, whatever it is that you got inside of you, you just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. You are gonna outlive all of us. I'm telling you.
I mean, yeah. We keep saying that he's got 9 lives, but I mean, for the most part, he's used up all those 9 lives, I think. But I still
God,
think
I
he's
hope
got.
not. I hope
I
I've
don't
got
think
9.
so. 9's a lot, really. I mean, I
Now
know
you
he's been in there a
I
lot.
mean, I kid,
He might be at
definitely, but
7. I love you,
you might be
BBD.
at 7,
You
is
know
what you
that,
said?
right?
I appreciate it, ladies. I love you too both. It's been a tumultuous year, but it's time for a new one.
Yes.
So happy Nico year to everyone.
What's Nico
And
year?
it's it's a long story, but as a ball fan, everybody in here knows what I'm talking about. Tomorrow starts the new era for my team. Our quarterback's name is Nico. That's what I'm
Nico,
talking about.
Hardwick or something?
whatever.
Hardwick,
Yeah.
Nico Hardwick.
No,
Nico Iamaliava.
Emo Aliaba.
Who's
No,
Nico
it's
Hardwick?
it's really not that hard to say, BA. Iamaliava.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to see what Lou
It just
comes up with.
Oh God, it'll be
Like
He
two at
already
the
horrible.
I
Baga
think he already.
Baga. Remember
I
that?
think he already has something lined up for that.
He's either already got something or he's practicing. So
Yeah.
either way, I'm sure it'll be funny. Hey, listen, ladies, have a good one, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, BBD.
Later,
Happy New Year
BBD.
to ya. Well, that was nice. He looks good.
Yeah.
He definitely looks good. He's talking about all this weight. Between him and fucking Lou talking about all this weight they're losing. It's like I just keep gaining it.
Nuh-uh. I don't
Look,
think
I'm
so.
maintaining at a certain weight, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's like I mean, I definitely need to lose probably about 10 or 15 pounds. So yeah.
Nah.
Yes, I do. I do. I mean, I think I would like to build up a little bit more. Stamina is not the word, but I need more.
I need to build muscle because I want to
Not
shuffle
muscle.
dance. I want to
Not
shuffle
muscle.
dance so bad.
I need to build up. What is it? I guess it's along the lines of stamina, but
Stamina.
I just don't have any energy. That's my problem. I don't have any energy. Like I need to.
Okay,
I
so
don't
what do you
know.
eat for breakfast?
I normally don't eat breakfast.
Okay. Do you think you could get yourself like to eat 1 egg, a piece of toast, and some coffee?
I mean, I probably could, but I see that is my problem. I mean, my problem is my eating schedule, but it's hard when you, especially like take for instance Saturday. Like the only thing that I ate Saturday was like 2 rolls of sushi, and that wasn't until like 3 or 4 o'clock. You know, now that's another thing. Endurance. Thank you, Nick DTV. That's exactly.
Endurance.
I need more endurance. That's what I need.
Well,
But
you saw me at Slobs. Now I'm better than I was then because not only have I been moving most of this stuff by myself, like I live on the 2nd floor, remember, of the condo. So I'm going up and down with boxes and heavy boxes. And I've just been, I can feel that I'm getting stronger.
Yeah.
but I need real exercise.
Yeah. And see, and that's one of the reasons why I in my at least in my head, and it's sick. I know I'm a very sick individual when it comes to this, but that's one of the reasons why I don't want to quit smoking, is because I do feel like that if I quit smoking, I will put on a lot more weight than I have in this last year and a half, and I don't want that. Because I mean, as at one point in time about 4 years ago, I mean, like, okay, keep in mind, guys, that I'm only 5'3", okay. And I about 4 years ago, I gained a bunch of weights. And now this might not be a lot for people, but for me, I mean, it was like I went from wearing like a size 0 to wearing a size 10. So I gained probably about 55 pounds.
Mhm.
And I mean, a lot of it had to do with, like, I was on a bunch of medications and shit like that. And I mean, I wasn't smoking. I wasn't smoking as much as I smoke now back then. But and then after I got separated and I was going through my divorce, like, I mean, I literally was not taking care of myself. So I don't recommend this that weight loss either. I mean, because I had a lot of people tell me, "Oh my gosh, you've lost so much
I'm
weight,"
telling you,
yeah,
the
what are
time.
you doing? And I'm like,
Yeah.
what I'm doing, you don't want to do. I was like, because at that point in time, I wasn't really eating, and I was smoking like 2 to 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
So, and it's sad. I mean, it's sad that I've got that mental capacity, thinking like, if I quit smoking, I'm about to put on a whole bunch of weight, and I mean, and I hate that I feel that way, and I hate that I have that mentality, but that's one of the main reasons why I don't want to quit smoking, is because I don't want to get back to where I was 4 years ago. I mean, I weighed about 100 and probably about 60 pounds about 4 years
Mhm.
ago. Like I said, I went from wearing like a size 0 to like a size 10. And I mean, it was crazy. So, and I didn't feel good about myself back then. I mean, I feel okay about myself now. I mean, yes, I keep saying that I probably need to lose about 10 or 15 pounds, but I definitely was not where I was about 3 or 4 years ago. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was, oh god, in Texas, I was a lot heavier. I came here and I was pale. I mean, it was too hot to go outside,
mhm.
and I was, quote, unquote, "depressed." But, then I come to Florida and find out what's really wrong, and then, I'm out in the sun a lot, or I love, being in nature. Being in that camper made me appreciate nature like I've never appreciated it in my
Mhm.
life. It made me see life complete, like, I feel a sadness knowing we're taking that thing out in a couple days.
Oh,
I don't really wanna leave it. I don't wanna take it away from there. I wanna have that space that I could go to if, my mom and I are fighting or something, you know?
right.
But,
Mhm. No, I get it.
I you know, and I just loved it there. It was my own little piece of heaven
Yeah.
away from the world.
Yep.
I almost felt like I was in another world in there. I know,
Yeah.
that I don't mean it like Twilight Zone-ish, I just mean it was just cool.
Mhm.
Remember my song? "We're
Yep.
rednecks in Tampa-hood, mess with us, it'll be no good. We'll
Yeah.
take you out back and we'll shoot you in the woods, get the hell out of our camper-hood."
Now, a nature boy says intermittent
Intermittent fasting.
intermittent fasting. Gosh, I can't even talk. So, what does that consist of? I guess I could always Google it and find out, but
Well, I
intermittent.
don't know how,
Hell, I
but
feel like
this
that
is
I do that now, because look, I normally don't
I
eat
think I do
breakfast.
that now
I
too,
eat Yeah, I mean, I feel
intentionally.
like I'm doing that already. Like, I normally don't eat breakfast. I generally, I mean, I do eat like lunch, but sometimes, like, it's not until like it's a late lunch, like sometimes. And then if I do eat dinner, see, and I think that's another one of my problems too. Like, so I normally, like, when I cook dinner, like, I'll cook dinner just for my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'll cook dinner for my kids, because by that time, like I said, I would normally have a late lunch. So by the time I get ready to cook dinner for them, I'm not hungry. So, but so and then they have a set time that they go to bed when schools, when schools in session, they usually have a set time that they go to bed. So normally, and this is what I haven't done it recently, but when I first moved here, like when I first moved to this place that I'm in now, I would wait till they went to bed, and then that's when I would start feeling hungry. So I would literally cook myself like a whole meal, and then I would go straight to sleep.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of my issues as well too, so like I'd realize that, and so some people said too that smaller portions, so like I should incorporate breakfast into my daily routine, but just like do smaller portions, so like a small portion of breakfast for in the morning, a small portion for lunch, and then maybe at dinner time, like a bigger portion, um like for dinner or something like that. So, but
See,
Jay
I think
Shipe says, "Be you do all your eating in an 8-hour window. It's so easy. Coffee doesn't count in AM, by the way." See, that's the thing
I
too.
think it's supposed to be black though, right? Black coffee, like
See, I
nothing in
can't
it.
do I can't do black coffee. I cannot do black coffee.
I could
Like
I it
I
has
don't know
to
how
have
Lou
so
does
much
it.
cream in it, and even then, I don't know. It's
See,
just
that's how
like
I am too.
I
Like
need a
I
flavored
literally
coffee, like
right, like
banana nut.
right, like I don't know how Lou does it. Like like he likes a little bit of sugar in his coffee sometimes, but there are days where he'll just drink it black. I don't
It's just
understand how
too
anybody can have
bitter.
black. Yeah, it's too bitter. So
Ugh.
I normally, when I make coffee for myself, a lot of people ask me what I take in my coffee. Four teaspoons full of sugar and like a ton crap of creamer.
Do you think do you let me I have it. Let's try
But that's
something.
the
You
thing
wanna
though
try something
too.
for the new year? You want me and
Yeah,
you both? Let's do a
yeah,
challenge.
well, here's the
Not a
thing. Let me
challenge.
address this real quick. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Jay Shipe said coffee doesn't count in the AM. See, I think that's another one of my problems too. I don't drink coffee like that. Like, I only drink coffee if I want coffee. Like, I had a cup of coffee yesterday when I went to Lou's house, watching the Georgia game. But like, I'm not like him. Like, I don't immediately crave coffee in the morning. And here's probably another thing that I need to cut out too. Like, I would rather have like a can of cherry Coke instead of coffee in the morning.
Well, yeah, I used
Um,
to drink when I was drinking Cokes instead of Gatorade, I would drink a Coke in the morning usually. But I did go through a phase where I did like coffee for a little while, and I would have a Starbucks kinda like, I liked those things for a while, like the caramel macchiato or whatever, and then I got, like, sick of them.
mhm.
Like, I just eventually stopped, I'm like, "This is too much money," and they really are but oh, that's what it was. Okay, in Texas, our little corner stores were like Circle K's, right? Or
Mhm.
Stripes. No, it was Stripes, and they had this coffee for a fricking dollar, okay, that you just took out of it was banana nut, okay? To me, it tasted like banana nut flavored hot cocoa. And it had caffeine, because it was
Ooh,
coffee.
yeah.
I could
See, I
drink that
love
every day, and it was like a dollar something instead of $5 for a tiny little scorched, burnt tasting, weird tasting coffee.
uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know
I
what
I mean,
with the inflation, they're probably $10 each now. I don't know. I haven't had a Starbucks in
yeah.
years.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and like Robin says, try flavored creamer. I eliminated using sugar in coffee. I do use flavored creamer, and I still can't drink coffee without sugar. I
I'll
have to have
stick whole
sugar in
milk
it.
in there. It just doesn't.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like, if there's no coffee, if there's no creamer at like Lou's house, because he doesn't use it like I use it. If there's no creamer at like flavored creamer at his house, I will generally use milk. Yeah, like I'll use cold milk as creamer, but I cannot have coffee without sugar. I can't. I just can't. So, but yeah, look, it's and but see, that's another thing. Like, I mean, you guys are wonderful with all these suggestions. It's me that's got to be able to have the motivation to do this. I mean, I can sit here and complain all I want to about how I need to lose weight, but I mean, I've got to get into the mindset, and that's my problem. That's my problem. Like, I don't. I need the motivation to do it. So I need the motivation to do it, and I mean, you know
Well, you know what too though, girl? Here's the thing too, and this like from what I'm noticing, at least with me, like I feel so much like I told you about the whole like not only just working out, but the shuffle dancing thing. I
Mhm.
just really want to learn how to I am if I don't learn it now, I never will be able to. My knees hurt too much, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. And I'm dying to do it. Okay, but anyway, I am motivated to do it, but I'm just so freaking busy lately. And you're busy too for different reasons, right? You got your kids and you got 2
I
jobs.
know.
So
I know.
so it's not always about motivation, it's about time. And then you got Lou, so that's you wanna spend time with and I recently met a guy, and I would like to hang out with him every now and then,
Yeah.
so it's like so there's where do you find time for it? It's like you have to find that balance,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I want to take this opportunity too, because I mean, this has been a topic like a topic of conversation with me and Lou sometimes too. And I mean, I want to give a shout out to him real quick because I mean, this whole me complaining about losing weight stuff I've been talking about it for for a couple of months now, and I mean, like I tend to make these like little like little snide comments whenever we talk about him losing weight and me gaining weight. I mean, like, you know I guess in my mindset
You make snide
yeah,
comments?
because like,
Like
like
what?
like he's losing weight, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I mean, I feel I don't know. It's mostly it's me like not having self-confidence in myself, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't necessarily think that I mean, I would like to hope that if I gained weight, like I mean, it's not that I feel like that Lou would leave me if I got, if I blow up or whatever like that. I mean, it's not that, but but I still want to look good for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like he's getting all svelte and, like skinny. And like, I just
Girl,
feel like that.
I wish I had your body.
So
Do you
I just,
know how I
I
feel
want to
right
thank
now?
Lou for, not being so nasty every time I try and talk about, like the weight thing, like, I mean, and I mean, he's even said the same thing too. It's like, I mean, you've got to, set your mind frame up to, like, he started this new little exercise regimen thing that he does, and I mean, like that's my problem too. Like, I can say that I can do something to lose weight, but it's like the motivation to do it is where I'm lacking the most, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I do want to, like, Lou's not, the type of person to kind of harp on me about that, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to thank him for that, for not being that kind of man, you know what I'm saying? So, and I
Oh,
want to
no,
apologize to
no.
him too, because like, I mean, I'm sure it makes him feel a certain kind of way when I talk about how, like how disgusting I look or how disgusting I feel, and how he's getting all spelt. And like, I make jokes every now and then too, like this whole Vegas trip thing. I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna lose all this weight and you're gonna go out to Vegas and you're gonna, you know, I was like, all these women are gonna be, so it like I said, it's a mental thing for me. So yeah, I don't, I don't know.
Girl, you know what I would do to have your ass?
Okay, now the ass thing, like, I don't think I have an ass. Okay, that's the first thing I want to say. But I
You
mean, yeah, like,
do. You do.
my mom says I got a black girl booty. Now, I think the reason for that though is because
I
all
would
that weight
I would take a white girl booty at this point, okay?
all that
I don't
weight I
have a
gained
booty.
like for like 3 or 4 years ago, I think never went away in my ass. So I guess I should be thankful for that, but I don't think I have an ass, honestly. But I mean, Lou says that I have an ass, and my mom thinks I have an ass. So
I'm just saying that I would rather my body look like yours right now than mine. So we all have, self-esteem issues about our bodies. Even the guys, they just won't admit it. I
Jay
mean,
Shipes
look, here Lou is kinda bald, you know? I mean,
kind of bald.
so, but and I'm not making fun of him because, like, my hair, I'm practically bald, okay? I hate my thin hair. But, I mean, we all have insecurities.
Oh,
I bet you
I
he does
know.
too, but he won't admit it because he's Uncle Lou, you know? He can't do that, he can't ruin his rep.
Jay says, I think you need to gain weight. I have talked to women in this community that won't go to slob events because you and TK are too skinny.
What?
Well, I appreciate that, Jay. So, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we um Uncle Lou says 500 squats a day. Let's get on it. He says
I
practically
need to
bald. I'm
start
completely
squatting
bald.
again.
No,
Uh,
we've had this discussion before, Lou. You're not completely bald, but yes, you are. On top is a little. There's a little less hair on top than there is on
I
on
mean, I'm
on
not no, but
the
I'm
side.
not even like the guy I like is the same way. But what I'm saying, it's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is a lot of guys though,
Thank
I'm
you for
just
that,
saying,
Robin. I
he
think you look
might not
amazing, by the way.
maybe Lou doesn't have any qualms about it, but some guys do though. You know what I'm
Well, yeah, you
saying?
are now because we just shaved your head. But I mean, for the most part, though, if you let it grow out, you're not completely bald. So,
Now
yeah,
I was bald once because of my chemo, and that wasn't any fun.
yeah.
But now I would do anything for more hair.
Yeah.
It's just it's like
Well, I mean, look, a lot of that has to do with, like I tell people all the time because I get that question asked a lot, like what can I do? Like what is causing my hair to, to thin out and
it's like
fall
it's
out.
disintegrating.
Well, I mean, age, age is a factor. Like medications, there are certain medications that
Oh
can
my
make you, yeah,
gosh.
make your hair thin. I mean, you know, daily exposures, like outside daily exposures. There's a lot of factors that go into people that have thinning hair. Now, people like Lou, I mean, he's just out of luck because it's genetics.
Yeah.
So, but there are some women that have that same genetic gene that where they start going bald too. So it's not just it's not a man. It's just not just on the male side. It's there are females. Oh God, can you hear that? Fucking fireworks going off.
I didn't hear that one, but I think I heard some a little bit earlier out on
Yeah,
around
they're just constantly going
and
on
I
here.
just thought about, how I'm on the water now. I guess, it just that's fine, right? Okay, nothing. I'm just not
Yeah,
gonna worry. I'm so
yes. So
nervous.
don't be
Okay, go
nervous.
ahead.
You should be
I don't
nervous.
like
But yeah, I
fireworks.
mean, like I said, I mean, again, you guys always ask me how I put up with Lou. I mean, there are certain cases where I feel like that he's putting up with me, especially when I get into my little rants like this, like the whole weight loss thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just you know, I mean, I don't feel as bad as I do about myself as I did 3 years ago when I was like at my worst, you know what I'm saying? But yes, do I feel like that I could stand to lose about 10 pounds? Yes. Do I feel like that I need to, to get my what was the word? Um
Uh,
Not stamina, but what was the other word?
endurance.
And yeah, like,
Endurance.
do I feel like I need to get my endurance up? Yes, but
Me too.
that all
Me
that takes
too.
motivation, and like that's where I'm lacking the most in. Is like I can say I can do all these things, and I can complain about how much I need to get started on losing these 10 pounds, but it's just getting the
I
motivation
really
that
wish we lived in the same town,
I
girl.
know, right? We could be each other's workout buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I meant to say, because I checked a little while ago the comment section and I saw Sarah Gua. Hey, Sarah
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey,
Gua!
Sarah. We've got I've never seen this name in here before either.
Sarah Gua!
Eric. I guess I could show this comment. Yeah, Eric
Hello, Eric
Blomquist.
Blomquist.
Blomquist. He says,
Blomquist.
I meant to say Uncle Lou was a sexy man on the inside. Oh, is that what you meant? Yeah, he put recently. Here's his first comments. Uncle Lou is a sexy man. But I've never seen this name before. So if you're new here, I appreciate you coming in and coming in
Welcome.
and yeah, welcome you in. And so well, this show did not actually go as I expected it to go. I'm
are
sorry,
you?
guys. I'm sorry. I did not. I mean, I did not want to, kind of go down this rabbit hole of me feeling sorry for myself,
No, no, no.
basically.
Let's talk about this
So,
because you know what? You're not like that, girl. You're not a complainer. Now, when I talk about these people at work, you're not like any of those people. You have a work ethic. You don't complain. You're a kick-ass woman. You're a bad bitch. You know? Look at everything you do. You should be freaking proud. Get on that freaking camera, girl. I would, but my eyes are all red and puffy. And I don't want anybody saying shit.
well, I appreciate you. See, that's what best friends are for, right?
I love you, girl. You are a badass girl. You
Well,
are a
thank you. I appreciate it.
badass.
I mean,
You're
I
strong. You're strong with everything you deal with. And you're still happy and sweet. And you still put up with Lou?
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
look, it goes both ways. I mean, when I get in my, like
Oh, I
my
heard some fireworks here.
oh yeah.
Oh,
When I get
God.
into my moods like I am today, or like right now, I mean, he has to put up with me when I'm in my moods like this. So,
When
I
you
mean,
y'all are
it
gonna
goes both
have
ways.
y'all are gonna have very make passionate love tonight at midnight. So dumb. Why am I so dumb?
Oh my God. So
Bad bitch fuel.
can I
Bad
get a
bitch
guarantee on that,
fuel.
Lou? If you're still
Bad
listening,
bitch
can I get a
fuel
guarantee on
right
that? So
here.
we told y'all, for those that are new to the channel, we told y'all we talk about anything, okay? And this is mostly a women-driven show, as you can tell by the two hosts on here, us both being women. But I mean, I appreciate my male audience as well too.
Look at
So
Lou. He
I
puts up
know.
to
I
work.
don't have to worry.
He's relentless.
You have no idea. You have absolutely no idea.
He is relentless.
Yes. Yes. You have no
He's
idea.
gonna say that at midnight. I shouldn't have said that.
No, you're probably right. You're probably right. So here I am trying to plan something too, because like we didn't talk about like ringing in the new year together, but I mean we talked earlier on the phone, and I was telling him that I would come over later, like right before midnight, and we can hang out and then watch the ball drop and whatever. So ring in the new year together, because we've rang in every new year since we've been together. So
Don't
so
worry,
I didn't
Eric.
want I didn't
I'm
want to
not
miss out
hating
on not
on
ringing in the new year with
Lou.
him again.
Eric Blomquist is a big Lou fan. I'm not. No, he's my buddy. He knows I'm teasing. It's
Yeah,
all right,
we all
Eric.
love Lou.
We
I
all
mean,
love
some
Lou.
of us more than others.
But it
I'm,
is
I'm,
true that she puts up with some things. Just saying. Just saying. I mean,
well,
but that's
look,
what
I
makes her
mean,
10 times nicer than me too.
well, I mean, people last night in his comment section were talking about like how we're a team, and I mean we really are. We really are a team.
Y'all
So
are.
and what is it that I always like to say? Teamwork makes the dream work. So that's why this relationship works. I mean, like I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that he's not like he gives his 50%. I guess I should say. So
This ghost of
like
rubber
he
nose, I'm
puts as
telling
much
you. I think I
into
have an
this
idea who
relationship
it
as
is.
I do. Who, the ghost of Rubber Nose? Welcome, by
Yeah.
the way, ghost of Rubber Nose. So,
I'm not gonna say who I think it is, though. I'm gonna tell you later.
yeah, you can text me.
I have no freaking idea who Rubber Nose is, though.
Yeah, I mean, was there even somebody that was called Rubber Nose? Because I don't
No, I don't
ever
think
know being a
so.
rubber nose. Yeah,
I
like a
don't
rubber.
think
So
so.
maybe
Unless
he
I
just
said
came up with
somebody
this
had.
ghost of
Remember
rubber.
when I said, "What's that guy's name?" I said his face looks like plastic,
Oh
and then
yeah,
there was a troll account called Plastic Face.
plastic face. Yes, yes. So
Plastic Face, and they
yeah.
had this creepy plastic doll face on there. I bet come in here, Plastic Face. I hope Plastic Face is here. I wanna see Plastic Face.
I want to see plastic
Bad.
face too. So
Me
all right,
too.
my beautiful friend. Well, it is 7:41. So I think I am going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. Get some dinner, cook dinner for my kids, and then again, for those of you that are just joining, the plan is for TK to kind of you know, carry on this party that we're having over here on my channel to her channel. I think starting at 9 o'clock
Yeah,
Eastern.
maybe 8:30ish or 9ish, or yeah, I could play. See, I was thinking yeah, you know what? I'll start it at 9.
Okay.
And then what I can do is go from 9 to 10, 10 to 11, and then at 11, I'll play the It's a Wonderful Life, uh, hour-long thing, and if people wanna listen to that and continue to chat, they can.
Yeah, there we
And then
go.
at midnight, I'll say, "Happy New Year's" to the people in my life, and then I'll come on and say, "Happy New Year, guys. Bye.
Yes,
After the
TK does have a
show."
channel. We'll post it
I thought
in the chat
Texas rocks.
again.
Texas rocks. I thought you were I thought you were sub to me. I thought you were sub to me.
Oh, quick shout out. Oh, thank you so much, Eric. To Eric Blomquist. I think that's how, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. But for the PayPal, I appreciate
Wow.
it. Thank you so much. He
Nice.
says fun times. Oh, we'll come back
Aw.
next week. Same time, same place. Hopefully I'll
Yeah.
have everything up and running better with
Oh, thank
OBS.
you, Eric.
Um, no, do not apologize. He said I started late on this. You all are fun. Yeah, like I said, make sure you're tuning in next week, same time,
Oh,
same
better
place,
late
5.
than never.
Yeah, better late than never. So it's gonna get interesting now that the season is over. I mean, TK and I talk about a lot of shit. Yeah, we talk about a lot of shit. So yeah, if you like what you hear tonight, going over to TK's channel starting at 9, starting around 9, because I'll be co-hosting with her there. So we're going to continue the party, the New Year's Eve party over there on her channel. But for this particular show, I do this show every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, just make sure you're tuning in next week for some more fun. It's always fun over here. We have a good time over here.
We love it here at Bad Bitch Fuel. And
Yeah.
Texas Rocks, he says, "Am I? Laugh out loud. If not, I will be. Thank you. And if you
Yeah.
are,
Let me
then
go
make
ahead
sure
and
you
do
turn on
that.
your notifications
Yeah.
because you might be, and then maybe you turned off your noties because you thought, well, she's kind of annoying, but maybe you like me again. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
post
love
your
Texas
link again.
Rocks.
Because yeah, this isn't normally how I stream, but because OBS was acting up, yeah, I had to stream through StreamYard. So normally her link is the link to her channel is in the description of my video, but since I had to do it this way, unfortunately it's not there. So I'll get her link posted in the chat here. Give me just a second while I do
Thank
that.
you. I would
You're
do it, but you know
welcome.
what? I can't. Well, it's not that I can't do it. It's that it's asking me to log in, and I don't know if I know my password. Thank you.
You're welcome. So there you go. So again, the party will continue over on her channel around 9 o'clock. I will
Yee.
be on. I will be on co-hosting with her as well. And she's probably going to go till maybe at 11 is what you said.
I think so, and then maybe well, depending on certain things, I may play It's a Wonderful Life, the 1-hour version of the old time radio show, which is really cool, and maybe end it after that because I have to work tomorrow 9 to 5.
Yeah. Mm.
So, yeah, I won't be
Yeah.
on all night like traveling fools.
Yeah. Traveling fools. So, all
So,
right. Well, there you guys have it. I
loves
appreciate,
everyone.
yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for coming on and co-hosting with me. I apologize that yeah, I had those technical difficulties in the morning there, or in the beginning. So hopefully, like I said, next week it won't be as difficult, and maybe I will just update OBS, while before I get it well, you're going to be doing it through StreamYard, but I guess I'll update OBS and see if that maybe helps for the issues next week. So, but all right.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
thank you so
thank
much,
you,
my
girl.
beautiful
Thank you,
friend.
Texas Rocks. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to anybody who subbed. And I love you, girl. And I'll see you later. Love y'all.
Yes.
Mwah.
All right. Well, there we have it. That's going to do it for this edition, episode, whatever, live stream of Bad Bitch Fuel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have not yet done so, please make sure that you're hitting the thumbs up as you exit. And again, for those of you that are newly subscribed and are tuning in for the very first time, I do this show every Sunday on this channel at 5 p.m. Eastern. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Until then, I will catch you guys on the flip side.